Zero Res has a patented process that brings their own ZR water to clean your carpets and your tile and your couch so spots don't come back. It stays cleaner longer. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com to get the $49 per room special. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Who's trial attorney Jeff Kaufman? Instead of talking about how great my law firm is, let's talk about autism awareness. In Central Florida alone, there are thousands of children on the autism spectrum, including my son, Jacob. I'm not asking for a donation, but just a couple seconds of kindness when you see one of our children out in public. It will make a huge difference. If you want or need any information concerning the autism community, contact me at jeff@whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, explains how audio is an ideal way for brands to tell their stories.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. I think that there's something deep in all of us that enjoys listening to and telling stories. When I think about what we do here at Genentech, we do a lot to actually tell the broader story of our company and the legacy that we stand upon. 45 years marketing more than 40 medicines over that time period. And we celebrate that in story form, in audio format. It's a great way for people to learn more about what we offer and to be educated in an easy and convenient way.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
What is GMTVCC? It's a mouthful, but translate GMTVCC.com is Gimme the VIN classic and collector cars. It's a brand new buying division of Gimme the VIN for classic and collector cars. Experienced pro buyers will appraise and make an offer on your 1970 Hemi Cuda or your 1988 Fox Body Mustang or your granddad's 1985 square body Chevy truck. GMTVCC.com is where you go to get real money for classic and collector cars. Get paid now. Brought to you by GimmeTheVin.com.
Another insurance story from
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny Final Expense Insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for Final Expense Insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, BILLS, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Thursday, July 11th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From Wait, he's back, to Will Biden flub his big boy press conference today. And the feds just banned an app that kids love. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Just a little bit of like heart intensification right before the show. Sean kept talking into his microphone with the thing muted, and I was convinced nobody could hear me.
Was it muted? I don't know if it was muted or not. Maybe it was the whole time. I was
talking to Angel just fine.
The problem was I was talking to C-Lane and he couldn't hear me, and then I was trying to make mannerisms to show him
like body
visually.
sign language.
Yeah,
Got it.
I am talking right now. All the hand mannerisms that I could do. And it just wasn't getting across. Communication is hard.
Yeah,
well,
it's
good now.
Good thing we do that for a living.
Yeah, it's true. Very, very true. All right, we have a lot to get to today, as we always do. Let's start out by putting our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Canada, of all places. There's a concert going on in Canada. Those old men from the Rolling Stones have made it to the Great White North. And they're in Canada putting on a show. Big show. Got to give it to them. Big ups to Mick Jagger and the boys. They're
Still
old as hell.
moving and grooving?
They're still moving and grooving. They are. Absolutely. It's pretty impressive.
They have been in the news lately. There was elderly, we'll just say person because I forget it was a man or a woman, died at the concert.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
And then there was another person who was revived, like back to life at the concert. I don't know their age, but
So
I
it's a scratch.
saw the headline like, this person wanted to thank the other person at the Rolling Stones concert for giving them CPR.
Wow.
It's either a wild party or everyone's really old.
How weird is it that if somebody dies at a Rolling Stones concert, they're very likely to be younger than the people on stage?
It could be that that's the case. Yeah, the performers are getting that old. Mick Jagger is up there. And in Vancouver, he decides to toss out a line, and he's like, I got to tell you, I really love your prime minister's family. Justin Trudeau. He's like, isn't he the greatest? And the Canadians had an answer for the Rolling Stones that Mick Jagger wasn't really ready for.
We love your Mr. Trudeau. I mean, his family's always been such big fans of that.
So he says, we love your Mr. Trudeau.
My God.
His
you could
family,
barely hear him over the booze.
Yeah, his family's been such big fans of our band. And then watch him segue, because this guy's a consummate professional. This man knows how to control an audience. He realizes, oh, damn, I was out of touch there. They're booing. They do not like Trudeau in here right now. I got a problem on my hands, so he switches up the conversation.
We love your Mr. Trudeau. I mean, his family's always been such big fans of that. By the way, congratulations on the Canadian soccer team.
Now we're talking. Good move.
That is how you do it right there. That's
Well
a professional. You go, they're booing, and congratulations on your Canadian soccer team, everybody.
And I'm a huge fan of your maple syrup.
Do you think maybe he, after he said that, he looked to the side stage at one of his, like...
the entire
one of his
Trudeau
staff,
family?
One of the production guys, and just cheesed back and forth and goes, all right, moving forward.
We're not going to mention that again. But it is smart. Like, it's smart that you're like, okay, crowd not digging this, not vibing on this.
I mean,
they don't like Trudeau.
We, the three of us, have that experience locked in, and it could have gone poorly. The MLS announcement, what was that, almost 10 years ago now?
Oh, that was a while ago now, yeah.
And old No Eyebrows Rick Scott came on, and you could not hear what he was saying.
Bro, there
because
wasn't
the whole place was booing so loud.
If there was one Rick Scott fan in the house, I would have been blown away. Like, the amount of noise that guy got in the negative direction. I didn't
He
even
should have
hear
been like,
guys,
congratulations on something.
I didn't hear
It's
it.
fine.
Go ahead.
Rick Scott's full IVF now, so he's on his comeback tour.
Oh yeah. He went.
so he did that.
He voted against IVF, and then he said, "I'm pro IVF." And here's how I feel about this. Actually, despite my vote, another thing that they said, I guess this has been going on for a while, but kind of lame. I think the Rolling Stones, "Sympathy for the Devil." You know the line where he's like, "Who do you think killed the Kennedys?" They cut that out. They cut the line out.
After all these years?
I guess they've been doing it for a while, and people just haven't picked up on it that much until recently. But he no longer says that, like, you and me killed the Kennedys, that whole line that they have in that song.
What does he sing instead?
I don't think he says anything. I think he stops possibly, but I didn't hear him actually do it. I just saw there's a couple stories, including in the Washington Post, that says, "Who killed the Kennedys? The Rolling Stones won't tell you anymore." And originally, I know that line from Mick Jagger was supposed to be "Who killed John Kennedy?" But then they were like, it's so much edgier to say "Who killed the Kennedys?" And
because so many of them.
Yeah, the crooks. The Kennedys have a lot of problems. They have a lot of problems. Ted Kennedy had the old Chappaquiddick stuff going on. There's a lot happening in that family.
I got a good story during the next episode about Robert F. Kennedy.
Really? Oh
yeah.
My God.
There's a rumor going around about him. Very strange.
Is it like a bad rumor? Or rumors are usually bad, aren't they?
It's not. I don't look at it as a positive rumor, but certainly one that is mysterious.
Would you say when you hear something like that?
I can just tell you now.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
There's a rumor that he once ate a barbecued dog.
Oh yeah, I know this. I know because somebody was interviewing him, and my favorite thing was the person interviewing him not that long ago goes, and we might be able to find this clip. They said, "Mr. Kennedy, there's a report out today that you killed and ate a dog. You barbecued a dog."
Yeah, it was
and
back in 2010 during a trip to Korea.
Yes, and also that you sexually assaulted some woman. And he goes, "Let me be clear about this. I did not eat a barbecued dog. That was a barbecued goat." And I'm like, what about the other part?
Yeah.
That's like me going, "C-Lane, I heard that you stole an ice cream container from my freezer, and you took my Breyer's ice cream, and also I heard that you killed an 11-year-old girl."
I have never stolen ice cream.
I would never ever do that.
I just sent you.
But that's what I was saying about the Rick Scott ads, where he goes, "People say that Republicans hate women and they hate IVF," and he goes, "I love IVF."
Hey.
But about the women?
I love IVF.
Mr. Scott, please.
Yeah, check out the picture. I just sent it to you, him posing with the skeleton of the mystery animal.
Yeah, he claims it's a goat.
Well,
he says, "That's a goat, and I'm not eating dogs over there."
Vanity Fair went as far as to consult a vet who said it most likely was a dog due to the shape of the ribs.
The community note on this from Twitter/X says the dish in question is not a dog. It's cabrito, Spanish and Portuguese for roast goat, a specialty in Latin American cuisine. But Vanity Fair says their experts said this is a flat out dog. We're looking at a dog here. I don't know. I don't know enough about bones to know what I'm looking at, but
calls himself a bone junkie.
Kind of a funny photo, regardless. Don't even care what it is. And embrace it. If you ate a dog in Korea, just tell him you ate a dog in Korea. You can still get votes after that.
That face, though, he's making. Something else.
They bleeped out the woman who's with him, her eyes. There's like a mark there. Is that Cheryl? What's her name? Is that his wife from Curb Your Enthusiasm? Or is this is before that, I would guess,
What if in real life she does have that black bar over her eyes?
She just walks around with that? If it was a pair of sunglasses, on the side, but then a big black bar in front, that's a stylistic choice there. All right, folks, be careful out there. I must tell you, be careful. Please be careful. A lot of people, and I don't know if this is the case of we're just dealing with anecdotes here, and it looks like more people than ever are getting bitten by sharks this year, or if it is in fact the case that more people are being bitten by sharks, because there are a lot of stories out there this week, last week, the week before about shark attacks. There was one at Ponce Inlet where they said it was a lifeguard training camp, and a 14-year-old was practicing diving into the water for this, and the 14-year-old landed right on top of a shark when he dove into the water. And
of all the places in the water to land.
Seriously, did you look before you jumped, my guy?
It says the 14-year-old boy had been practicing water entries when he landed on a shark, and he got bitten on the leg. The teen's injuries weren't considered life-threatening. He was taken by his parents to get some stitches, they said.
Do they not have a better term than practicing water entries? It sounds like he's taking his first swimming lesson.
It sounds like it's a
entering the
dive,
water.
right? Or is water entry like Baywatch, like running into the ocean?
Pencil dive. It all depends. It's practice, I suppose.
That's all they say there. They say practicing water entries. Why did I say water like that? A 26-year-old man was bitten on the foot while floating in an inner tube last week. A 21-year-old man was bitten Thursday while playing football in shallow water. The sharks are out there, friends, whether you like it or not. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Steven emails the show. Sean, Sabrina, C-Lane,
What up?
As everybody says, I love the show. I especially love you bring the light and funny to the news, especially considering politics, where you present it evenly and add the spice of humor. I know what I'm about to say will trigger some people. Uh-oh.
Me.
Here we go.
Bet.
But I do not vote because my birthday is November 5th, and politics has ruined my birthday many times, he says.
I respect that.
My 21st birthday in South Carolina, I did not know that on an election day there's no alcohol sales anywhere. What?
What?
In South Carolina on election day, there's no alcohol sales. When Obama was elected, I was prepared, but I was forced to drive and spend the night in jail with a DUI and spent the night listening to very vile things being said by corrections officers that night. To make it worse, my entire family is really far to the right. I've heard all the tropes about the 2020 election being stolen. January 6th was a conspiracy, and all the charges against Trump are made up. So this year, the election falls on my birthday again, and I have no idea what to expect, but I plan to cruise for the following week, just in case it's the end of the world. So there you go. Asked to be picked for Fritz on the street, and have a great weekend.
That's a tough birthday, man.
Yeah, it is rough. Probably the worst birth date I could think of would it be to be on election day. There's no worse birthdays out there that I could possibly.
I could think of one
that I could possibly dream up. It's just November 5th seems way worse than all the other ones.
No. Christmas.
David emails tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and he says, Alex Jones is in trouble again.
No, sorry.
He sends along a link. He says he got Secret Service called on him for the most obvious thing you're not supposed to do. And the story says Secret Service notified as Alex Jones hosts a show with Assassinate Biden in the title, which is
in the
probably
title. Perfect.
Not a good idea. You will get a visit every time you do that. You got to pick up.
If you ever really wanted to meet a Secret Service officer,
that's one way to do it. Right.
Way.
Very true. Okay, there is. We're pushing our way through this week here. We'll just let you know that.
Okay.
All right. This is a full-on week. This whole 5-day work week thing. We're talking. I was talking on the Discord this morning with some folks before the show as I was show prepping. This is nonsense. This whole 5-day work week. But here we are, regardless. And there is one person on planet Earth, and in fact in the United States of America, that has figured it out. They hacked the system, how to make money and how to not work. And this is a pretty genius thing that they've come up with. What is it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for here. Sand Lake Road at Apopka Vineland Road. There's an accident on Alafaya Trail at Park Road causing commotion, and a couple earlier accidents to keep an eye out for. Boggy Creek Road at Airport Park Drive, and there's an accident on the off-ramp from the Beach Line westbound to I-4. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier Factory Authorized dealer, and there are rebates that you get up to $1,275 on a brand new Carrier unit. If you're going to go with the experts, you got to go with Carrier, and you got to go with MillsAir.com. That's where I got my system. I absolutely love it. And you got to make sure you do maintenance on your AC system. They do service on all brands of AC, and it can detect and prevent an upcoming breakdown for you and save you a lot of money. You can count on MillsAir.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South Window lives Florida weather, and that's why our windows and doors are designed to take on severe hurricanes and the most intense heat. They're built and installed by us, meaning better value and a lifetime guarantee for you. Give your family security that lasts a lifetime. Get New South proud.
Buy 2 of our products and get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
You can host the best backyard barbecue. When you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
The wait is over. Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. The XPS 15 brings you the perfect balance of power and portability, plus stellar visuals and immersive sound. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics, plus free shipping on everything. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
almost here. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
TheNewsJunkie.com and join the show right now. Looking to see here if we have a bit of an age gap on the show, because myself...
Oh, we do, for sure. You're much older than us.
I should have said it differently, but hang on. I'm 43 for the record, okay? Whoa. Sabrina is how old?
Go ahead, Sean.
33, 34.
No, 34 it is, yep.
You're 34. C-Lane is 36. 36.
Correct.
Oh, 37? Ah.
I turned 38 this year.
I did pretty well. For me, I usually screw that
Sabrina,
up.
it's easy. Like, Sabrina's born on a zero-ending year.
Yeah.
So you just have to do whatever year it is. Ends in 4. She's 34.
I know she's just a little older than Courtney. That's how I generally do it, I think. I think that's how I do the math. But let's see. There's obviously one year younger. There is obviously an age gap between the three of us here a little bit, and we get to spread out a little bit. But I want to know if there's like a generational gap where you don't know who some certain people are that I might know who they are. And it's two people that have died as of late. One being this name. All right. Do you know this name when I say it? This person that just died. Shelley Duvall is the name. And
Shelley, that sounds familiar.
Shelley Duvall.
Actress?
Yes, and I'm 100% positive you've seen the movie with her in it, or 98% positive you've seen the big movie that she was in that most people have seen. No idea? Nothing.
I mean, the name sounds very familiar, but I have to see the face. Can I pull up the face?
The Shining. The Shining.
Oh, yeah.
The Shining. And if you pull up her face, you'll recognize her because her face is very like, I don't want to say horror film, but there's some qualities about it where you go, oh, yeah. She's in a lot of these kind of movies. Shelley Duvall. Yeah, she was 75 years old, and she died July 11th. And a big star. She was on SNL for a hosting gig one time. She was in Thieves Like Us. She was in
very
Annie Hall.
Thin lady.
Yeah, very, very thin and, I don't know. I don't want to say scary looking, but I just think she fits that role pretty well. And
I mean, if she had different hair, I think she would look, not as creepy.
Yeah, her hair's very thin. She's very thin. It all kind of comes together. That's the woman, if you're not familiar, who's on the other side of the door when the axe goes through in The Shining, right? That's the lady running around the hotel trying to hide.
Yeah. Confession time.
What?
Never actually seen The Shining.
Wow. Wow.
I think I've seen it once, but I really wasn't looking.
All work
I would
and
have
no
to
play?
give it a proper watch again as an adult.
You guys don't know this? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You don't know these?
I've heard it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's Johnny.
Yes, that's right.
Is it
that's
Johnny?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. Exactly the line from the movie. Very, very famous line.
Is The Shining the elevator that bleeds?
Yep, that's right.
And
Look,
then
see, you guys know about
the twins, yeah.
So even if you haven't seen the whole movie and you watch it in context, something like that, you know at least about it. You know about its existence.
The Shining is like when your friend saw Napoleon Dynamite before you did, and you're like, all right, I kind of know the whole movie now, but thanks a lot.
Right. You ruined it a little. Somebody else who died, unfortunately, Benji Gregory, and I'm not sure if either of you know who Benji Gregory is.
Whoa, excuse me.
Was that two things at once?
Yeah,
going
that was
there?
How Do I and Fatality.
All right. Fatality. A rare put down, but Benji Gregory, you guys will not know, and I'm almost going to guarantee
know who it is.
You know this kid?
Sure do.
How?
She has it for the next episode.
I sure do. But I also recognize him because I watched the show maybe a little bit when I was growing up.
No, you would be too young for you.
It was
the
on
show would
Nick
be too
at
old.
Night.
Oh,
I
it was
watched Nick
replayed
at
on Nick at Night. It was replayed on Nick at Night back then.
So-
Alf is the name of the show. Benji Gregory. Let me test your Alf knowledge then. What does Alf stand for?
Alien life form.
That's correct. Yes.
Next
what
question.
planet? What planet was Alf from?
Not Earth.
That's right.
And
what planet was it?
I don't know. Uranus?
Melmac. I
Oh.
think it was Melmac. I might be getting that wrong.
I know
But
exactly what your next question's going to be.
what?
What did he eat?
What did Alf eat?
Cats.
That's right. All right. Okay.
Boom,
You have
baby.
at least some cursory
Old
Alf
soul.
knowledge. And also, what was the word that Alf said that he shouldn't have said?
The T word.
No.
Almost wanted to say the F word. Just
No, you guys aren't going far enough, actually. No.
But I'm safe to say it on the radio?
No. Actually, you are, strangely enough. You could, but you probably shouldn't, one might say.
You said the N word?
Yes. If you want to look it up, I'm not going
On
to play
the
it here.
show?
No, it's an outtake. If you go on YouTube, there's an outtake of Alf, and Alf's like, yeah, and he's like saying the N-word over. It's super uncomfortable, but it was on the set in an outtake, and Benji Gregory, the young kid from
Let's
Alf.
be honest, though. You said it's super uncomfortable. It's super uncomfortable to watch. I think back then on the set,
You think it would have been? Oh, well, I mean, he probably wouldn't have done it if he didn't have some level of comfort in saying this is back in the 80s or something. This is a long time ago. This kid, I'm not sure, because if you look in front of me here, I'm seeing that Benji Gregory, child star of Alf, dies at 46. And then I see Alf actor Benji Gregory found dead at 44. A lot of these say 46, so I'm going to go with 46 years old. He died, unfortunately. A little kid from Alf.
Tragic. Did you see how he died?
No. How did he die? What was the accident?
Dude, he because of the extreme heat in Arizona, they're blaming it for his death. He was he had gone to a bank in Arizona to deposit some residual checks when he apparently fell asleep in his car and died of heat stroke.
Oh my God.
A service dog he brought with him also dead.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh.
So he went to the bank June 12th. Body was not discovered until the following day.
Was he on drugs or something?
He said that the sister said that he suffered from depression, bipolar disorder, and a sleep disorder that often kept him awake for days.
Oh, and then maybe he just crashed, and then he's, you're in the heat like that, and because usually the heat will wake you up. The weird thing is, if you go to sleep and things get very, very cold, if you're hammered out of your mind, you could die in the cold.
Right.
Usually when you're sleeping and the heat rises when you're screwed up, maybe you're on pills or something, you would wake up, but maybe you had some other things going on.
But also no one else went to the bank.
Nobody else went. Nobody saw it. And the poor
dog barking.
I don't know why it makes it more sad, but it makes it so much more sad that the dog was there. So, yeah, unfortunately, he has passed, and there you go. Well,
I think the heat doesn't always wake you up, too, because there was the year that I went to Bonnaroo, there was somebody that died in their car sleeping.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Really?
It was very tragic because it wasn't near us, but there were people around us that knew the person.
God almighty. And they were just drugged out and they ended up sleeping and then it was too hot?
I don't know if drugs were a factor. I don't remember the end of that story.
Do you know Alf? Are you familiar with Alf, Sealand, or is there a gap?
Never watched it.
Okay.
Never really had any sort of affinity to Alf.
Yeah, it was. If you watch it now, it's so cheesy. Like, it's really cheesy. You can get DVDs of Alf entire seasons for like $3 or $4 at the store sometimes when you look.
What, at like a truck stop?
Yeah, it'd be like in a bin at a truck stop, and there's a flag that says like $2.99 DVDs, $3.99 DVDs. That's where they're at these days. Are you familiar with either one of them? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Well, a 5-day work week. A lot of people complaining about it. Some people want the 4-day work week. That sounds okay to me. Some people want the 3-day work week. Excuse me. And some of you folks who are really lazy just want a 2-day work week. That's
work deek.
That's a little bit much. That is the work deek right there. But one man really had the best plan possible. Joaquin Garcia, 69 years old, skipped his work for 6 years and no one noticed. They said that Joaquin was a building supervisor for a water treatment plant in Spain.
The elusive 0-day work.
That's right. It's real hard to get, but if you can get it, it's good. He had been employed by the local government for more than 20 years, and as time went on, the work became stressful. So he said he was going to just not show up anymore. His plan worked for 6 whole years. During this time, Joaquin still collected his salary of $41,500 for doing no work at all. And then they said things took a turn. Why? He was nominated for an award for his 20 years of service to the company. When he was set up to win this award, the company realized that he had been absent for 6 years.
Who nominated him?
I don't know.
A guy who was absent for 7 years.
Yeah, a manager who also was not going to work. There's like a whole section of this company that wasn't doing any work, I'm thinking. And there you go. Let us know what you think at thenewsjunkie.com. Or you can always send an email, anonymous, put that in the title or right up there on the top of the email, and I'll keep you that way. Here's Square Slinger with the dispatch.
What's up, junkies? Sorry for the echo in here.
All right.
There's a legendary rock and roll story about Justin Trudeau's mom spending a drug-filled, sex-filled weekend with Mick and Keith back in the 80s. So it's no wonder that Mick loves the Canadian government, especially one person. So anyway, have a good day. See y'all. Bye.
I cannot vouch for this story, folks. I've never heard this before. I don't know if Miss Trudeau was slutting it out with the Rolling Stones, if she was a backstage bunny or whatever they call them, or if that could be absolutely false. So I don't want to defame. I'll just say maybe that's a story. Maybe it's not. What else do we have here? Let's go over to Snob Wasson with a dispatch.
What up, junkies? I know this is a little after hours, but I just looked at that thing, and I definitely didn't see 2 people holding hands.
Oh, and see it now.
I see wood, a tree, a piece of wood. But I also see
that's the whole
very
thing.
baked emu. There's 2 eyes, a beak.
That's what I see.
Neck. I don't know, or maybe it's an ostrich, but that's what I see. That's my 2 cents. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. You guys rock. Rockin'.
You guys rock.
Keep rocking it on. Get the rock on.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that dispatch. And that's the same way you can join us on the show today. Your opinion matters. What do you think about what's happening in the world? What do you want us to talk about? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your comments right now. You can send a video dispatch if you want. I'd love to see some of those today. Let me see your beautiful faces. All right, so send those in, and we'll get to those as we go today. And again, if you want to stay away from any microphones or videos, you don't want to do that, you're a little shy, that's okay too. The inbox is always open. Just let me know if you want to be anonymous. That is tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, a meltdown on United Airlines. And the reason why this woman lost it is just unbelievable to me. But she was biting flight attendants. Oh. They had to use an incredibly novel way to restrain this woman. Didn't even know this was an option. What went down at 30,000 feet? We're going to find out together. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On today's Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk about Airbnbs, tourist destinations fighting back, and what movies deserve sequels. Plus, date night done right with our friend Danny Myring and Colbert Court featuring our buddy Glenn Clausman. Today's trivia winner, you're going to see Sticks and Tampon on July 20th, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Good morning, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And for today, it is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the potential of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be on the heavier side, especially close to the coast today. But these will likely impact some of us on our morning drive and even for the afternoon and evening commute. These will also help to keep temperatures on the cooler side with highs today only in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Folks, one thing you might not know about your air conditioner is that there's somebody ready to help you out before you have a problem. You don't have to wait until after and get into emergency mode and wait and see how long it's going to take somebody to show up at your place and fix that AC of yours. No, Mills Air has preventative maintenance to help you out. Preventative maintenance can save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. And what they do is they send one of those great Mills Air techs out to the scene. They look at your AC no matter what kind it is, no matter what brand it is, no matter what year it is. They know what they're doing. They're the best of the best. And they'll look at it up and down. They'll report back to you. They'll clean out your lines so you don't have any water backing up. They'll change your filter if you need that. They'll do all the things you need to do. It's preventative maintenance, and it could save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. Here's the number. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
The best kept secret for couples and singles is a secret no more. Secret's Hideaway Resort and Spa, Kissimmee's adults only resort, is hosting a special poolside tasting of Triple R brand whiskey and tequila Del Toro, Saturday, July 27th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Daisy Del Toro and Russ Rollins will be on hand for all of the poolside fun. Come for the tasting and stay all weekend long for the Secret Sexy Christmas and July weekend and pool parties. Visit secretsfl.com for more information and reservations.
Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 powered by Galaxy AI with Spectrum-free anytime upgrade. Use Circle to search with Google to see more and search more on the large Z Fold 6 screen. Or capture perfectly framed pics using FlexCam and Z Flip 6. Pre-order through Spectrum and get up to $1,000 off, plus double the storage on us. Hurry! Offer ends July 23rd. Visit a Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Lost 80s. Just search Lost 80s and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Summer is here.
Things are heating up. Literally.
Need help paying that AC bill? Well, Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hands. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. 13 chances every weekday, blah, blah, blah. We want you to win, so if you get a call, make sure you answer your phone, because that's the key to winning. This contest is brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is...
Sometimes it's happening right under your nose and you don't notice it. Maybe because you're not keeping up with trends. Maybe because you're not as young anymore. Maybe because you're not as plugged in as you used to be. All of these things. Those are reasons why you should listen to this show to keep up with everything happening in the world, viral or otherwise. But right now, one of the things that is really exploding is the use of this Zyn stuff. And it's been pretty incredible to watch Zyn go from a wait, what's that? To a, oh my God, this stuff is everywhere. Everybody is using it.
So interesting to me. Those of you that listen to the show, I'm a smoker. And before you start, I know, but whatever. And then I remember
Shouldn't
back in
smoke, Sabrina.
I know, it's really bad for me. But the zinning reminds me of the camel snooze thing. And you looked at that and it's like, gross. I mean, that's only for cowboys and men in general.
What it is?
And it is, but now I've never seen more just younger women doing it. Everyone and their mom is zinning and you don't know it, but it's totally acceptable on all levels of society, it seems.
Yeah, and this you could do inside, you could do in public, you could do on a plane, green eggs and ham. You could do it everywhere. And maybe that's one of the reasons why.
You do it on a plane? Because I know that some.
Why wouldn't you be able to? You just put the little Zyn pouch in your mouth. You get the nicotine, and you're not spitting out anything. You're not. There's no mess.
True, but I mean, I've heard some planes even say smokeless tobacco, which is not cool. Although I've also heard the argument that Zyn's not a tobacco product; it's just nicotine.
It is. It's just nicotine, as far as I know. So you're just putting this little pouch in your mouth. For those of you who don't know. And so, because MFQ on YouTube is going, what is Zinning? Zyn are these little packages. They come in a round thing that looks kind of like a dip canister.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch in there. You pop them out, you put them in your mouth, and it gives you the nicotine that you're looking for. And it's 3 to 6 milligram doses of nicotine.
You Zyn, Sean?
No, I've tried it once, but I do not do it, and currently don't do anything with nicotine.
Right.
But I could 100% see the draw, because
I
if you
zinned for the first time this past weekend.
Yeah.
And I buzzed hard.
Did you like it or no?
I didn't hate it, but I will say I haven't had a buzz like that since I tried cigarettes for the first time.
Could you see yourself segueing off of cigarettes and on to something like the Zyn thing?
No.
No, it doesn't do it. It's the action of actually smoking the cigarette. I
don't think that the
I look
Zyn,
cooler smoking.
it's more cinema-like to smoke a cigarette.
There is something to be said about how the cigarette thing is an oral fixation.
It is.
And so I think that it's easier for people who smoke cigarettes to transition into something like juuling or vaping, where you're still bringing something to your mouth, you're still exhaling something. Where I mean, are there people that are addicted to dip that would maybe transition into a
Possibly, because it's more of an oral thing, I think. But let me throw this question at you, because both of you know about Zyn. You've seen this. Excuse me. You've seen it absolutely all over the place. How many of those little canisters of Zyn do you think they're selling a year right now? Oof. All right, those little canisters, they look like a chewing tobacco canister. I'm saying that this is a phenomenon because it is exploding. It came out of nowhere, and as a new alternative to smoking, a way to get nicotine, became the go-to for young people. Young people seem to go from the vaping bandwagon all over to Zyn. Like college-age kids, big time into using Zyn.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it's nice that you don't have to flip a car to find your Zyn can.
No.
But that's the thing that turns me off very much from quitting cigs and going to vape, because I know people
lose it nonstop.
That it's like vape on their minds 24/7, which I don't lose my mind. I can wait a couple hours before my next cigarette if I need to, but vape, if you don't have it there immediately and then throughout the night, I'm like, that seems a lot more addictive than cigarettes.
Well, you guys have all seen this. You know what it is. How many of these canisters a year? How many from Zyn are being sold right now? This will judge how popular this is.
500 million.
All right, 500 million, says Sabrina. What about you, Sealand?
400 million.
Okay.
550 million containers a year. That is an insane amount of money. Somebody with a quick Google for me. How many packs of cigarettes are sold? Well, no, because that's not fair. It's one brand, right? How many packs of Marlboro cigarettes are sold every year? That's the search we need. Because is that more than 550 million packs, you think?
All right. I just went with Marlboro Lights.
All right.
And from, this doesn't seem to be loading very well, so if I could do from December 2021, the annual, it says February 2015 to December 2021, the annual number of cigarette packs sold decreased by 27.2%, from 12.5 billion packs to what I assume is 9.1 billion.
Wait, what was the year spread that you said?
2015 to 2021.
Okay, so that's 6 years. 6 years. Or are they saying annually? They're saying it's that number?
I think so. Unfortunately, it's not loading for me very quickly.
All right. I'm seeing the annual report from Philip Morris right here. It says 70th. Oh, God. They said our total cigarette HTU shipment volume increased by 1% to 738 billion units. Is that cigarettes in like one cigarette is one unit or one pack?
A pack.
That's insane. That's so much if that's the case. Anyhow, this is all out there, friends, and you got to be aware of this if you got somebody young in your family, because they might be doing this. Noel on YouTube says, once again, Sean is late to the party. Zyn is old news. Noel, I'm going to burn you alive at the stake.
Here we go.
There it goes.
Please, you think we haven't talked about Zyn on this show before? We've talked about it, but now the sales numbers are out. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because the company has been acquired by Philip Morris in 2022. And since then, the sales numbers that just came out for the first 3 months of this year say that they're up 80%.
No,
80%
Sean,
over last year.
During the break, I heard of this new thing called Zyn.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys ever heard of it? Wild.
Think of all the things that you know. I knew them all before you. Okay, just you, just you. That's the way it works. Anyhow, that's what
I'm smart. You're dumb. I'm big. You're small.
That's right. Let's put this into sound bites here. Speaking of bites, there was a woman. Let's get into some chaos in the air. A United Airlines meltdown. Yet another reason to want to not fly on United Airlines.
I'm telling you, asshole airlines.
There's asshole airlines. This woman would be 1,000% on the list.
First class.
Only. Yeah, she would be. She can only fly on that airline. I got the video here. I am unsure if it is censored. That is where I'm a little bit worried here.
I think it's safe to assume someone who bites strangers might throw in an F-bomb or two.
It's a TMZ video, though. So Like, I would think that maybe they censored it. They usually censor stuff, do they not?
They do. The only thing I can guarantee is, and it will make your ears bleed, their opening imaging clip, which is significantly higher in audio than all the other clips. But go on.
This says a woman's mid-flight meltdown that led to her biting a chunk of fabric out of a flight attendant's shirt was sparked by a petty toilet squabble. The woman was on United Airlines Flight 762 from Miami to Newark, but barely made it off the runway. 3 flight attendants, along with burly passengers, were needed to wrestle her into zip ties until the flight could be diverted to Orlando. They said staffs went on to great lengths to stop the woman's rampage. They put the biggest people on the plane next to her. So somebody was like, who are the biggest MFers on here? And they staged her around this woman on the plane. And she was like verbally attacking people, physically attacking people, freaking out, very, very clearly was
not okay.
was drinking too much before she got on this flight. Let's roll the dice. Let's see if this is censored. All right, it is censored.
She's wildin'.
She's wildin'. What are you going to do, kill me? There's 4 of them on her.
She's wildin'.
All right, let's make a little bet here. Side pool bet. I hope this video didn't just restart because I want to know how many times this guy says she's wildin', because we've already got 2 she's wildins out of him. And
I'm saying maybe 2 more times.
2 more?
But
All
it does seem like they're just taking someone else's video.
Yeah, this might be a splice. This could be a splice.
People are recording me. Don't come to this airline. Don't come on United Airlines.
Uh-oh.
These people have an attitude problem. They don't do their job. They're handcuffing me. Why are you handcuffing me? Why?
Oh, this is not going well for her. This is a bad
Formula
day.
for this is so fascinating to me. It seems like you do some crazy ass on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone starts filming. For example, you're biting somebody or screaming, profanities. And then it's the speech to the rest of the passengers as if you've been wrong. I'm the one in handcuffs. Let me see if you guys agree they're the ones that are wrong. What I did was perfectly sane, everybody.
Meanwhile, if you pulled the plane at that moment, you were like, do you guys like this lady or not? They would all go, no, throw her off the plane.
She's being a psycho.
Yeah.
Get her off.
Nobody would be down for her, but she's like, this is why you don't fly United Airlines.
Why? Why the you handcuffing me? What is now?
Man, what a mess.
I'm recording. Why are you guys standing here watching a girl get handcuffed for nothing?
You bit somebody.
Yeah, nothing. I think we might be a little off on the nothing part, but let's see what else she says.
Old lady, who are you talking to, old lady? Go back to Russia, old lady.
Oh,
go back to Russia? What is that even? Go back to Russia, old lady.
Okay. Where are you from, old lady?
I thought you said Russia.
All right, I think we get the point. Yeah. See where she's going there.
And to think, how many more minutes are left on that?
There's another 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
That's a bunch of ranting.
Yep. She keeps going there for a little while. It's a weird time to fly.
Go back to Russia's a new one, though.
Yeah, go back to Russia.
No, we don't know if the lady doesn't have, like, I Love Russia t-shirt on or something like that.
But no, probably not, though, because she goes, go back to Russia, old lady. Where are you from? So she followed it up with a where are you from?
Kansas.
This is a little confusing to me, honestly. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. Not the only airline where there's been problems like this. Big problem on an American Airlines flight. We'll get to that here eventually. News coming on the Diddy front. Yes, there's something happening there. We'll peek into the Alec Baldwin trial. Biden has a big boy, that's what they're calling it, a big boy press conference. Those are his people's words tonight. And they've already changed some stuff about it. So we'll dive into that world and see what you think. Lots coming up, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio.
104.1. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident blocking the left lane on I-4 westbound before Conroy Road. Traffic is backed up from John Young Parkway. There's a couple earlier accidents to keep an eye out for. Sand Lake Road westbound at Apopka Vineland Road and Alafaya Trail northbound at Park Drive. On I-4, there's bumper-to-bumper traffic between US 27 and after State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Byrne.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Can you sing a song better than the latest version of AI? Well, we want to help you prove it. It's the Monster Singing Competition presented by Jeremiah's Italian Ice, where one winner will win a free recording session at Sound Mind Studios. Music man Matt from the Monsters will help you produce an original song in the studio that will be played on the Monsters and nationwide on iHeartRadio. To enter, submit your YouTube or Instagram link with your vocal entry of you singing a cappella. This can be original or a cover of another song. 5 finalists will be selected to join live for the final competition at the Real Radio 104.1 studios, Friday, August 9th. Brought to you by Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Find your nearest sweet spot at Jeremiah's.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you, or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the Urolift system. The Urolift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. Urolift.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the Urolift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the Urolift system.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less
free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one.
Another insurance
Jack.
story from...
How are you? You look great today. I want to let you know.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny Final Expense Insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance. Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
And now this might have exposed me, this slip up moments ago, to where people might think that I'm actually a nice guy behind the scenes. I don't want you to think that, okay?
Oh.
I don't want you to think that.
You want people to think that you're mean?
No, I am
the
who
opposite.
I am who I am. I am who I present myself as on this show. And, it's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
But what I didn't know I was on air moments ago. And I looked over.
I missed it. I was outside.
I only noticed when I saw people on Twitch reacting to what I was saying. I was like, how on earth? Oh, wait, oh. And I looked over and I see on the video monitors, I'm like, oh, there's Jack Bradshaw. He's standing at Sabrina's desk. And I turned on the mic and said, hey, Bradshaw, just want to tell you look fantastic today. I wanted you to know that. And he's like nodding and thumbs up. And I'm like, all right, see you later. And I go, okay. Nobody will have known what I just said there. And I look down and like, oh, he's complimenting Jack. Just for the record, I am a hardened, tough man. A tough man.
Hilarious if you had said, hey, Jack, you look like a effing pimp right now. If you're just like kind of randomly wild out.
You know what? I feel like he knew I was on air because he didn't talk back to me down the line. He just went like this. And I'm like, maybe he wanted that on the air. He didn't want that to be dumped. He's like, I want the people to know I look good today. Let's let that compliment go a little further than it could have.
He heard hey and he goes, oh, this is, he said, this is Sean's compliment voice. And he hit the button.
I have a whole soundboard of that. Just in case. Sometimes I just play it when I get home because you and I had an argument on the air and I'm just like, this is Sabrina. You look nice. You have a great personality. It's all AI, but it works out just fine.
What? Get out of here. You know how many compliments I've given you on this show?
So many. And I like to relive them when you do the opposite. You're a hard. What do you want to play here? You just said you were a hardened, cool, tough guy.
To the audience, to the audience. I'm not trying to be a tough guy to you. We're partners in crime over here. We're working together. We're on the same team,
and we're matching.
Are we? Oh,
this is like the fourth day this week that we wear the same colors. It's cute.
I didn't get any memo on that. It just happened to work out that way. But I can tell
change if you guys want. Orange Friday.
I could tell that the studio AC is back on because you're rocking that jean jacket in there.
Oh no! It is still hot. And
is it really?
Yeah, not as hot as yesterday because of the weather, I believe, locally. However, the tank top that I have on shows a little bit too much side boob for the workplace. I didn't realize till I got here. Yeah,
I understand. That makes sense.
Sorry, Larry.
New fear of flying unlocked here. So just go along for the ride if you don't mind. I'm sure you've seen this already. But a plane had to abort its takeoff this week from Tampa International Airport. Why? Because not one, but several of its tires blew out on the runway. And when you see this, you go,
Isn't that part of the checklist before you take off?
Yeah, what could happen to make not just one? I get it if one tire blows up. I mean, I don't want one tire to blow up. But I've also never heard of somebody driving their car down the street and 3 tires blowing up at the same time. I've not heard of that before. Did somebody fill these tires up with too much air before we left? What? How could the several tires blow up? Because if they say several, what do you think? I think if it was 2, they'd say 2. If it was 1, they'd say 1.
How many tires?
All right, let's start here.
Typical,
How many tires does the average plane have?
I think the front is 2 tires side by side.
What size is it again? Like a 7?
Oh, I don't know. It's a big tire, I think.
Does a commercial plane have?
Yeah. What size tire does it? Yeah, that's going to get you where you need to get because
6, they say.
There's 6 total.
Yeah, 2 wheels within the nose gear assembly.
Right. And then in the back, 2 on either side.
2 more. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly 6 of them, and then you say multiple, which leads me to believe 5 of the 6 blew up.
More than 2 for sure, right? Because you wouldn't multiple wouldn't be used for 2. They would probably just say 2 if multiple tires blew out, and that's what they meant. It says several of its tires blew out. They were traveling from Tampa to Phoenix. It stops on the runway. Hang on, I've got a short report about this from CBS Miami. I would have been freaking out. This is nightmare fuel, man.
Scary moments when the tire of an American Airlines plane blows up right before takeoff. It happened today at Tampa International Airport. Video shows the tire bursting into flames, forcing the plane to abort takeoff. The flight, carrying more than 100 passengers, was going to Phoenix, Arizona. Luckily, no one was injured. American Airlines issued a statement saying the plane experienced a mechanical issue on the runway, but did not say.
So maybe it's the case that one tire blew up and it started a fire that popped the other tire or something. Because it would seem so weird that 1, 2, 3, boom, 3 tires blow out.
Well, and thank God it was at takeoff. It would be a completely different story if it was for landing.
Oh, God. It could be either way. This is where you die, by the way. This is where you die, on takeoff or landing. That's where people die. You don't die when you're flying around in the air. Very, 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 very few plane accidents occur when you're just cruising around. It's when you're trying to land or when you're trying to take off. That's when the plane crashes. And if you're hauling ass, and how fast is a plane going, you think, when it takes off? 300 miles an hour? No, not that's too fast. That's too fast. 150 miles an hour, maybe? It's got to be over 100 miles an hour. How fast is a commercial flight going when it takes off is the question.
I thought it had to be 80 in order for it to...
It's different. That's a whole different thing. 88 on the dot for some things.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is for actual flights on the runway.
All right. Takeoff speed for a Boeing 737 is about 250 kilometers an hour.
All right. I was going to say 250 miles an hour. That would be pretty impressive to get up to it that fast, that quickly on the runway.
That's 155 miles an hour, so you were pretty dead on.
So 100, you're going from 0 to 150 miles an hour pretty fast. If you're at about 100 where you blow out those tires, you got a big-ass object with a lot of, what would that be, kinetic energy? It's more than potential energy, right? Momentum at that time to try to slow that thing down and stop it. Thankfully, nobody died here, but new fear unlocked with this
I'm just curious, like the beginning of the footage that was in that news report that you played.
They're cruising.
What were they? Had the tires already broken? Had they already busted?
You can see right here at the beginning. See it's moving around. You can see that one of the tires at least is busted. But are you saying why is the camera on it? Because that's an excellent question. I don't know. It says Captain Steve Markovich is what's in the corner. I'm assuming that's whose like footage this is.
Unless we're hearing somebody talk about it in this.
No, that's the reporter. It's the same clip we just heard. So I
would be a little more inquisitive about why we have the footage, if not for a story that I saw recently about how this hobby of plane spotting, where people just like to go to airports and take pictures of planes.
So strange to me.
I mean, listen, I'll give them, when I was young, I liked when my dad drove me around the airport. I like to see the planes. So it's cool, but I don't invest a bunch of money in cameras and equipment just solely to take pictures of planes.
No, but people do. You're absolutely right that that's a thing. There's a lot of people that do that.
So that means somebody was there watching, just randomly getting footage of planes taking off.
And mind you, what your point basically is that this footage probably would have been tantamount to recording fireworks. Nothing would have happened of exception, and you never would have looked at it again.
Yeah, that person has hours and hours of boring ass airport footage.
And then this one clip where they're like, "Have you seen my plane tire video? I took a lot of footage to get that." Steve-O says on YouTube, "I don't mind takeoff and landing. For me, it's watching the wing go up as the plane is tilting to one side. I can't help but think the plane is going to keep tilting and go upside down. That's one of the few things that doesn't bother me. It's not that. It's just the jostling around of these damn planes in the air. That's the thing that gets me." Another big thing people were talking about after the show yesterday was a vote in the House of Representatives. The vote total is in front of me, and it was on what's called the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act was a voting registration eligibility act.
Oh, what are we saving?
And the SAVE Act was basically to make sure that voters were eligible to vote. So people who vote in elections, they're supposed to be eligible to vote. And 216 Republicans voted yay. None voted against it. 4 non-votes. 5 Democrats voted yay on this, and 198 Democrats voted against this. Independents, nobody on the board. Zilch, nobody doing anything here. So when I saw this, I was like, if this is a bill, and the bill simply states that we want to make sure everybody who votes is a registered voter and that they have a form of ID.
Why do we need a bill for that? We should already be.
But hold on. We get down to what's going on here, because a lot of people are reacting, I think, the way I react, because I'm like, I want every voter to be a registered voter. I don't want anybody who is not a citizen voting in this election or any other election. If the person is required to show an ID as part of that process, I'm 1,000% for that. To show an ID is not too big of a hurdle to vote. But then I go, why would all these people vote against this, right? Because that's very curious to me that there would be, all the Democrats would be voting against this, all the Republicans would be voting for it. So the Bipartisan Policy Organization, bipartisanpolicy.org, gave 5 points as to why this was kind of useless. And they said, number one, citizenship is already a requirement to vote, but it's not always the easiest thing to prove. Number two, the SAVE Act needs more time and resources to be implemented well. Number three, there are better ways like Real ID. I'm going to pause here, all right? I see Real ID everywhere. They're like, has your license been updated? Is your driver's license Real ID? What is Real ID?
No idea.
Is it a federal thing? Is it like a security measure so your ID is more secure?
It's a new standard in IDs that everybody has to have by a certain time. I think it's July of next year. You have to have a Real ID.
Yeah, and then I saw something when I was double checking if my a plane ticket I had my pre-TSA, and they're like, by the way, we're implementing this Real ID thing, so while you're here, might as well do it. Don't know what I signed up for. I've yet to get a Real ID.
I think your one now must be. Do you have a new license now, or is it a pretty old one that you have?
Yeah, it's a couple years old. It doesn't expire for a little bit. I don't have it on me.
No, your license. Do you have your license on you, Sean?
Yeah. No, I don't. No, it's out there. But mine's Real ID. Mine says on it. If your license, I think it says on it somewhere, right? Doesn't it say Real ID in the corner or something?
There's a star in the upper right corner of the card indicating they're Real ID compliant. As part of the act, there are documentation requirements for residents renewing or obtaining a new license, blah, blah, blah. They're going to start wanting that at the airport.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that. That seems cool to me. They said the federal government should expand state and access to federal eligibility data, yada, yada, yada. So it seems like this wasn't needed because of laws that were already currently in place. And then I was like, okay, well, but this seems very weird. Like, I want people to have ID. I want all this to happen. So the more I looked into it, it seems like this is the best scenario, right? Because there's a lot of states that are a little too loosey-goosey with their voting rolls. It seems like every state should be required to purge their voting rolls at least annually. Like, get the people who are dead off the voting rolls, get the people who have moved out of the state off the voting rolls, get the people who have moved into the state on the voting, purge these voting rolls and keep them nice and clean every single year. That's number one. Number two would be that if you're going to require people, and I think this is fair, right? Because I'm caring about the little people here, the poros, the folks who have more walls in front of them and more barriers to be able to do stuff like this. So if you're going to require people to have an ID to vote, which I think is 100% fine and should be done, we should make sure that to get an ID is free. And it's not always. It's not always the case that to get an ID is free. It should be free to get a driver's license or a photo ID. You could say, oh, you only get one every year that's free so people don't abuse it too much or whatever. But if that's free and it's very easy to get and you provide ways for people to get to the place if they don't have, vehicles or whatever, I think, or they maybe can do it from home if they have the right documentation. I think that is the best solution because I want to make sure that people who are not in this country legally, people who are not citizens, people who are, not supposed to be voting, don't vote. And this one seems like maybe it was unnecessary, but more like a vote for America is as great as apple pie kind of bill.
Now, it should be free, like you said, for the ID thing. And also, there shouldn't be stipulations on whether or not you can have one. Somebody in the chat, and it scrolled through, so I don't know who it is anymore, said that in Vegas, the homeless people had trouble getting IDs because they don't have addresses.
Right.
And I guess there were some places where if you don't have an address to put on the ID, you can't get an ID. Other places, I know, at least when I've looked up like the pervert map.
As you do commonly.
There's like a generic address for homeless people.
Okay, good. Do something like that. Or let them put vagrant or let them put, no address.
123 Pedophile Lane.
I think some of that stuff is okay. You need to make it,
sorry, Zealand.
You need to make it as accessible as possible, but not so that it's just open for anybody else to do it. I think that's bad. So that's the way I look at this. Tell me what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll dive into some of those dispatches, hear what you have to say. We'll see what's going on with this Diddy news because there's some updates floating around that and a whole lot more. That's on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
You're awful, Ryan. And nothing makes me harder than that.
What?
Speaking of, laugh harder. Did I?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's some delays due to that accident on I-4 westbound before Conroy Road. Traffic is backed up from Sand Lake Road there. There's an accident on the ramp from Sand Lake Road to I-4 westbound. Travel with caution through there. And on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays between US 27 and after State Road 429 there. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by DellAir.com. Feel the Dell Air difference. Let Dell Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit DellAir.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
Did you know that Mortgage Guy Don does a live radio show every Saturday morning? That's right. Each week on Saturday mornings, Don and his crew are answering your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't worry. You can listen to all the informative episodes right there on thatmortgageguydawn.com. And if you're listening live and want to get your question answered live, leave them a shout out right there on the website as well. Most importantly, work with an expert and a member of the Real Radio family that you trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Our
iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas.
September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Mills Air and Business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-239-1749, 800-239-1749, or biglou.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Men over 45. Do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you, or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the UroLift system. The UroLift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the UroLift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the UroLift system.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's almost here. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
it's important to you, it's on, and probably being mocked by.
You know, welcome on. We've been doing this for a while, but we're glad to have you on board. You can learn more about the show by going to thenewsjunkie.com, and you can see where the podcast links are, so you could follow up with myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane as we go through the viral news every single day here on the show. All right, but we have been around doing this for a while, and then I think about, well, what kind of things have I seen? What kind of things have I been exposed to out in the real world? And I'm sad to say, I don't think, with all of these crazy news stories we've been through, I don't think I've, in person, seen a single naked person in public. Somebody just completely nude, walking through traffic or whatever. I mean, I see crazy people all the time, but I have never seen somebody in a nude freak out where they strip all their clothes off in public. I've not been a party to that, for good or for bad, I guess.
I feel like I have.
You have seen somebody do this? Like one of the things where you go, oh my God, that person is completely naked just walking down the street right now.
See, no, like, I think I'm mistaking it for someone in my building many years ago was arrested fully nude.
Yeah.
So I didn't see it in person, but I
remember this, yeah.
Right? I did see someone.
Did you still live there at the time? I thought you were gone.
I believe I did. Yeah, I think we were still nabes.
It was so long ago, it's hard to remember all that
time
stuff.
Ago. Beautiful picture, though. I did see someone masturbating in their car while driving as I was leaving class at UCF.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I've seen like sexual acts happen in public, but not necessarily in the case where somebody was naked, like fully naked.
Well, I ask all of this for a reason. I'm not just saying this out of nowhere here. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com and Behaw emails. Our friend Behaw on the email side. Hi, Shanalama Ding Dong. It says, as somebody who listens to you, it says, someone who listens to you better than me told me you were talking about a naked dude doing weird stuff yesterday and told me to send you this story. I live in DeLand. My best friend came across this guy on a quiet road just walking around totally naked with what looked like a piece of a baseball bat, just running around screaming at the sky. Her 4 kids in the car were very concerned. The cops came and threatened to tase him to get him to lie down because I guess who wants to tackle the naked guy, right? Anyway, the guy said he was naked because he thought he was in Daytona Beach, which I think as a local is really telling about how Daytona Beach is. Shots fired. I wonder about what he's up to a lot. Seemed like a nice guy. I attached pics I grabbed off the video and censored. Not that there was anything big enough to really see anyway, says Behaw.
I see what he did there.
And she. And here's what this dude looked like, wandering on down the street. Just very, very generous smiley. Here you can see there's some sort of like a stick, like a baseball bat in this gentleman's hand. Just totally naked, cruising down the street. Right there now the cops got him on the ground.
Gentleman.
Yes, this fantastic gentleman here, all naked and tough to explain to your kids. They're like, "Mommy, why is that naked guy running along the sidewalk right now?"
Well,
I don't
honey,
know.
let's pull up and ask him.
Yeah, let's go approach this guy. That'll be the safest thing to do. I know this weekend. I see this lady. She must have been zooted out of her mind. You guys know where Orange Avenue is, close to where I am. Obviously, you know where that is.
Yeah.
How many lane road is that? 4-lane road.
Yeah,
right?
2 one way,
Depends
2
on which
the other.
section of it is being constructed.
Yeah, I mean it's
Very
a mess.
true.
At what point?
This locally here, for those of you guys who are not where we are in Orlando, it's a main strip near downtown, and it's a very, very very busy road. Like almost all hours of the night, busy road. So at least 4 lanes. Saw this lady who must have been just zooted. She walks up to the sidewalk on one side of the road. And the traffic is like, vroom, 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 vroom. You know, like that's how much traffic is going down the road. She proceeds to, without hesitation, start walking into the first lane. And somebody hits their brakes. Walks right into the second lane. Somebody hits their brakes there and stops for her. She goes to the median and stands on it. And then without hesitation, right into the next lane and the next lane. She was playing Frogger with no concern about what was going to hit her at any given time. And only remains alive to this day because other people stopped instead of plowing into her body when she went to this stoplight. And I said, That is a strange life. That is an odd life to live. And I am glad I am not that person living that life. But
same. Absolutely. But then again, is it thrilling?
Maybe.
Is there
right in that moment?
This rush of adrenaline that we would never know unless we took a risk like that?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Oh, God,
Give me like that simulation.
Only one way
so I
to
don't
find
have to
out.
die. No, thank you.
Are you going for it, C-Line? He's going right now. He's packing up his headphones. He's going to cross the interstate.
Do it in my own neighborhood.
No, don't do it there. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Be weird.
I mean, the mailman did just go by, so he won't see it.
No, but you got more worries than that. There's other folks out there in the wilderness. Diddy indictment imminent, they're saying, according to one of the alleged sex trafficking victims' attorneys. They said that this is going to be happening any day now, and there will be charges against Diddy. Nothing just yet, but it's on a lot of people's radars right now, so we'll put that out there. We're going to get to your dispatches, which are coming in from the newsjunkie.com, but I just wanted to officially state something. I wanted to put this on the record for myself. I think after much consideration and some recent movie watching, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Nicolas Cage is the great actor of our time.
He's killing it right now. And whatever his agent is, maybe the new management, but it's like every month, every 2 months, it's like Nick Cage got a new movie coming out, and it's supposed to be awesome.
And also, all of them are so different.
Yeah.
So different from any of the other ones. He was in Dream Scenario, where everybody in the country started dreaming about him, and he was a professor, and he became the most famous person in the world simply because everybody started dreaming about him. Super weird idea. Super interesting movie. He was in Renfield. Renfield was fun.
That was the Dracula one, right?
Yeah, the Dracula movie.
We really enjoyed Renfield. That was a damn good movie.
It was so like unexpected and interesting, and everybody else that would have taken that role would have screwed it up in some way. But Nicolas Cage is a treasure. He's an American treasure in the truest sense.
More and more, I get excited when I see his face. Not sexually, but just like
maybe a little.
I'm
bit,
like, oh, this is going to be good.
And
like
I go ahead.
I just IMDb Dream Scenario.
Yeah.
And I see this bald thing he's got going on with a gray beard, and I'm like, it's a new Nick Cage, but it's definitely Nick Cage.
Right.
So
I've got a boner.
We've got good stuff here.
Under the unbearable weight of massive talent. Are you kidding
Love
me?
that one. Love
what
that
a
one.
weird but great movie. He's not just a national treasure, as in the movie. He's also actually an American treasure.
And girlfriend wants to go see Longlegs in the theater.
Longlegs is scary looking, and this is the new one that people are buzzing like crazy about. I just watched a movie that I think was released kind of during the pandemic, and nobody gave it a second thought. It's just out there. Nobody's seen it. I thought it was interesting, and it kept my attention. Nick Cage was in Color Out of Space that we just watched, like a sci-fi thing, and it was interesting. Like, really, like, this guy is great, man. We're not appreciating him enough. So if you next time you're sitting there futzing with the remote and you're like, what should I watch? What should I tune into? Nick Cage is your guy. He just keeps cranking out the hits. What do you think? What's your favorite Nick Cage movie? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Fire off a dispatch right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Well, what's coming up on the next episode? If you're super rich and always wanted to see what you'd look like in Princess Leia's bikini, do I have an auction for you? An actress from General Hospital is headed to the hospital in the sky, generally speaking. Plus, this week in Simpsons Predicted It, Cypress Hill edition. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And the rest of our day will feature some scattered off and on showers and thunderstorms, some of which could have some heavy downpours along with frequent lightning. As a result of the clouds and the showers and storms, temperatures will be notably cooler, with highs only reaching around 90 degrees for Orlando. Temperatures will heat back up, though, just in time for the weekend, with daily rounds of showers and storms expected. A high of 94 degrees for Saturday and 96 degrees for Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with cash back match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
2 guys, 5 rings. Yes. One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You gotta get your head in the game. As Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well.
No association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 Guys, 5 Rings, and start listening.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/it-pays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The wait is over. Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. The XPS 15 brings you the perfect balance of power and portability, plus stellar visuals and immersive sound. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics, plus free shipping on everything. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322.
You can host the best backyard barbecue. You find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And you can always get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to see the video replay, the VOD of the show, you can go down into the featured section of the homepage, and you'll see each show right there as they're live. And after the show, there'll just be a video on demand version of it right there for you. Big news.
Posted by the VOD God himself.
That's true. Big news in the whole effort to get Biden to step down. We'll get to that after the next episode. So let's jump on in. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I can't help myself. I am. It's getting hot in here.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. If you are thinking about buying your first dream home, perhaps refinancing that beautiful dream home you own, maybe expanding your business, then I say hold up. Make sure you're working with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to the website. Very easy to start the process. Chock full of information for you. And any question you have direct access to Don himself. So get the process started with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
It was 3 years ago, 2021. A man by the name of Richard Branson,
I've heard of him.
made his first space flight into space.
He did.
Yes, he
Space
did.
flight into space.
Kind of. He and a 5-man crew went 53 miles above the Earth, the world, and achieved weightlessness for about 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But the best part of it all, at least for me, while I was here on Earth watching that old-ass Richard Branson have his little space fun, was that weird-ass speech he made to the children of the world.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream, looking up to the stars. Now, I'm an adult in a spaceship with lots of other wonderful adults looking down to our beautiful, beautiful Earth. To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this,
then
just imagine what you can do. Hey!
Hey! And all the people behind him were just doing flips. Like, not listening to one thing he was saying, but they're like, wow, we're doing flips.
They're having fun while he's giving a speech.
I'm an adult. I once was a child, and this person is now deceased. And I am talking about Joan Benedict. We bid her adieu.
Who is Joan Benedict?
Wow.
Sorry.
So messed up. She was on this show.
Was she? On that show.
Daytime.
Days of Our Lives.
No, emergency.
General
Hospital is right. You listen to the teaser. Thank you so much.
I remember the tease. I didn't even hear the song.
Dead at age 96 years old. Unknown yet cause of death. Call me crazy. I think it's because she was 96.
Because she's old.
The news of her passing took place at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, shared by a family spokesperson. The late actress, born in July of 1927. Hot damn. All she ever wanted to do since she was 7 years old was to be an actress. And that's exactly what she did. Early TV credits include Candid Camera, The Steve Allen Show, Also, of course, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and Capitol. She also had roles in Hulk, Fantasy Island, TJ Hooker, Hotel, and Dollhouse, and many, many other things. They say she is survived by her daughter, 2 granddaughters, and her evil twin. So rest in peace. This was something that was hot news, right, during the holiday break.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's going to be a mama? She just got out of jail.
Oh, Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose is right. I was hoping you'd get that quickly because my eyes almost got stuck crossed. Those of you watching on the stream, of course.
That's a myth.
There is a shocking number of men who are willing to have sex with this Gypsy Rose girl. It's kind of shocking to me.
One of them did and went full with it, but now she is admitting that the pregnancy is having some bad timing, mostly because she's going through a divorce. So it was July 9th that her and her ex-fiance turned current boyfriend, Ken Urker, announced that they were expecting a Berber. However, she admits that her pregnancy came at the wrong time, or maybe he did, and she's still going through a divorce and other personal struggles. She says, I take it in stride and move forward with it. I couldn't be happier. It's kind of the wrong timing, but it's a blessing, so we're happy. I'm very curious about when her baby finds out what Mama did and is so famous for.
Ooh. Or maybe she'll take after her mother and off
That's the
Gypsy
thing,
Rose.
though, that really is like an interesting discussion piece. It seems like she will not go that route, but you've heard of people that are, abusive.
Yes, that definitely happens.
Like it comes from a generations of abuse.
Sometimes I think it could be used.
Illnesses.
Sometimes I think it could be used as an excuse for terrible behavior, but there does seem to be a correlation between like people who are abused then going on to be abusers themselves.
We have to say goodbye, but I thought that we have heard this already. But once again, Ellen is screaming at the rooftop of her giant mansion that she is done with show business. After her Netflix special that's coming up pretty soon. But after that, she is done. But it might be the end, at least according to her. She says after her final Netflix special airs later this year, she has said, this is the last time you're going to see me. After it, I'm done. When a fan asked her if she'd ever voice Dory again from Finding Nemo, she said, no, I'm going bye-bye. Remember? So we shall see if that happens. I thought when she ended the show that she was no longer doing
She was
anything.
for a while saying that she was just going to retire. She was going to be done with it. And
now she's done for realsies.
When you bring up Dory, like if Dory was the president, I would risk the Secret Service visit because I would just say,
You don't like
Dory,
the Dory character?
take Dory out and murder Dory.
I think Dory's very funny.
Dory is the worst character in the history of animated features.
Celine, sorry, this isn't a discussion for you since you don't watch animated.
Celine, let me help you out with this. Dory has about a 12-second rotating memory.
That's all
of
thing.
everything.
That's humorous.
So constantly, it's like, oh, what? Oh, what? And it's fun for about 1 minute.
Did you
And a
watch
whole
the
movie
Dory
based on it?
movie?
It sucked.
Oh,
it
okay.
was
See, I didn't watch
so
that.
bad.
But I found her.
It got
I
its
found
own
her
whole
role.
movie?
Yeah, it got its own whole movie.
Dory is like only useful as like a side character in something. Not, oh God.
I gotta say,
So it would be
I'll
like
take Dory
in
over
50
Bruce.
First Dates.
Over
Like
Bruce. Wait, who's Bruce?
The shark.
Oh, yeah, Bruce was cheesy. Bruce was like cornball.
Sorry,
that
Celine,
character.
what?
No, you're saying like in real life movies where real people are in them.
Right.
It'd be like in 50 First Dates if the whole movie had 10-second Tom.
Yes. Yes. It's exactly like that. And 10-second Tom is good for 10 seconds. And then you go move on to the next character. Dory is garbage. Kill Dory.
Okay. Relax, dude. It's a cartoon.
No, I'm serious about these things.
Speaking of cartoons, though, and this one you did watch, C-Lane, The Simpsons has done it again. And this band was the subject of their prediction.
Oh, it's Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill is right. And they performed with the London Symphony after The Simpsons joked about it in 1996. So isn't that cool, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I teased it when they announced they were going to do the symphony stuff, but now they've officially done it as of this week. And it went really well. And everyone's like, The Simpsons were right about you.
That's cool.
20
Do you
years
think-
afterwards. What?
Do you think anybody tried to get that to happen harder because of the Simpsons prediction?
The Simpsons have
Or
had
it's
so many
just-
episodes. Like, how do you even remember what they predicted?
Yeah,
And
and
again-
also,
Real big Simpsons fans do. I don't.
Fritz Wood, he loves The Simpsons.
Does he still? He still likes it to this day?
It's his background one. Like in the studio
Wow.
at his house, if we're ever like, writing anything, The Simpsons are always on in the background.
You know what the problem is? The Simpsons could be making brilliant television right now, but so long has gone by where I didn't care about it that it would take an epic thing to make me go back and start watching it again. All these years, like the last 10 years could have been great, but I'm disconnected from it.
It's like when South Park would have these big long ruts, and then it would have to have something to get you back. And weirdly enough, one of the times that something was, you guys see that Randy said the N-word on South Park?
Tune in.
Hey, guys. I don't know if there's going to be anything getting back to this guy right here. However, making the news.
Diddy.
And it's not the news that you were going to share, Sean. Already
Okay.
did. Well, you didn't do the Diddy story.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. It was
Okay.
simply on my front. It was just that, like, hey, these people are saying there's an indictment coming any minute now. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he can sell his Puff Daddy Bad Boy for Life guitar before that, because it has just hit the auction block. This is part of the Gotta Have Rock and Roll Hip Hop auction.
Nice.
And on there, apparently, is this electric guitar. It boasts the inscription, Love Puff Daddy, Bad Boy for Life, in silver felt tip pen. It was a nod, of course, to his 2001 hit song with that title. And it comes with a James Spence authentic... This is... My brain is farting right now.
James Spence.
No, authentication.
Okay, you got it.
Authentication
Yeah, you got
letter
it.
of authenticity. And
Authentication letter of authenticity.
That's exactly what it says here, and that's why I got a little...
That seems like a little much.
I got to have rock and
Does it-
roll
does it have a
certificate
price on it?
as well. They are expecting it to get upwards of $2,000. The auction's live.
Okay.
I sent you guys the link if you want to see
Okay.
if there's an update. Also, there is Biggie Smalls' autograph, Kanye West signed boots. And as for the Diddy guitar, they are thinking, we hope it gets any money at all, considering all the bad boy stuff he's been doing.
Well, consider all the bad stuff that he's been attached to lately, all the abuse and all the poor treatment of people. But take that out of it. Who wants a rap star's guitar?
Not me. I would bet all
Unless
my
it's a
money
good
that
guitar and you get it for like a good price.
Diddy can't play that guitar, right? We're saying
Diddy's never played that guitar.
Gun to his head, Diddy can't riff and play the guitar and play one.
Can't play the
Surprised if
guitar?
Diddy
Are
had
we
touched
sure?
that guitar.
I don't think he has.
He
I
did
think
with the felt tip and the
well,
he
may
Damn
have
it.
touched it, but he didn't strum it, and he doesn't know how to play.
This website has Eddie Van Halen owned, stage played, and signed. George Harrison stage played, Washburn acoustic guitar. These are all 5-figure auctions that sold. Rolling Stones, Ronnie Wood owned, played, and signed. Puff Daddy guitar looked at.
I'll tell you, I like the
think
Notorious B.I.G. stuff, but like everything he signed on here is to somebody else, which I don't dig. Like,
I'll just use some whiteout.
yeah, I mean,
Do
I
you
feel like
think,
you're really be doing a disservice to this thing.
Kanye's boots smell? Do they get like
Probably.
they wore them enough that they were stanky?
Maybe.
Just think about that. How about would you buy a dress that Princess Leia's boobs were in? And by dress, I mean bikini. Because that's also available starting, I believe, July 26th. They have the huge auction, Hollywood auction to be exact. We have Princess Leia's bikini, Thor's hammer, Mandalorian helmet, and much, much more. They have Gold Leader, Y-Wing, Star Wars, A New Hope. Yeah,
I don't know that one.
well, it could fetch up to $30,000 because actually that starting bid is $300,000.
Damn, just to start. Wow.
The bikini's $30,000. We have the early production script by Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke of 2001: A Space Odyssey. That starts at $10,000. The helmet from The Mandalorian, $20,000. And let me see if there's anything more interesting.
I want the helmet from Spaceballs. That's the helmet I'm
that on this
truly
auction?
after. I don't think it is, but I wish it was.
How about Thor's hammer?
All right.
Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth had it in his hands.
It'd be a
Weighted.
real letdown if it wasn't. It is weighted?
It is a weighted hammer.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah.
$17,000.
The Y-Wing thing
Is
going
to
for
start.
$300,000 is
What's
the
the Y-Wing
miniatures
thing?
that they used The Y-wing is one of the ships, these
Oh.
ships, but it's one of the miniatures that was used to film the movie.
That's cool.
well,
I
there you
like
have
that
it.
actually.
That's actually a pretty awesome
that for your
thing. That's why
birthday,
it's $300,000. Yeah, you guys
You
pitch
got
in.
it.
All right, we'll start it now on the BoobTube. 2024 ESPYs on ABC. Don't forget the lyrics on Fox. The 18th season premiere of Real Housewives of Orange County. The season premiere of Impractical Jokers. And you could catch Channing Tatum and Kevin Jonas on Fallon. Follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, we'll get into the news on the Biden front and some pretty surprising news here as they get ready for a press conference a little bit later on today. A big boy press conference, they're calling. They said the president's going to have a big boy press conference.
That's right. Just get him a nappy and we'll do press conference.
They moved some things around, and now you've got like big news on the pressure for him to drop out. What's going on? We'll find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio. Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The off-ramp from I-95 southbound to International Speedway is partially blocked due to an accident. Authorities are working on an accident on Redbug Lake Road westbound near Tuscaloosa Road. There's an accident on Highway 1792 southbound before Dog Track Road, causing a bit of commotion there. Travel with caution in these areas. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Upgrade your hot rod or muscle car with parts from Summit Racing. And right now, shop summitracing.com and use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Summitracing.com. Exclusions apply. Offer ends July 21st, 2024.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Splish Splash, Central Florida. Are you underwater in your current ride? RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. If you're going off the deep end in a car you hate, bring it to me, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability, so you could drive a nicer, newer car today, like the brand new 2024 Outlander. $1 down, $399 a month, including taxes and fees, and save up to $8,500. You can check out the 2024 Mirage, 43 miles per gallon, lifetime warranty, $219 per month, including tax and fees. So if you're sinking in a car that's stinking, bring it to me, and you could get up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. RC Hill has hand-picked, certified used cars on sale this month. But hurry, a deal this good will dry up soon. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$1 down requires bank approval. Example, stock number 1574. $1 down, $289 per month for 84 months at 5.9 APR. Visit rchill.com for details.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points!
Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag!
Sorry, in The bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny Final Expense Insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims. And in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
the Will Biden dropout front. And then I'm going to give you the honest, raw take on this that nobody else seems to get or be willing to say. What's really happening, what's going to happen, all of that in just a moment. First, an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Lori emails the show. It says, hey, everybody. super long time listener. I wonder how long that means. It was so fun at the live broadcast recently asking
Super long.
everybody how long they've been listening for. And all the people who have been there since day one, listening to the show for over 11 years in its current form. That's insane. That's insane. She says, sorry this is delayed, but I'm catching up on podcasts. And yes, I think Gladiator is a big deal. The trailer gave me goosebumps, so I can't wait. I have to say, I thought the Gladiator trailer was pretty cool, but it suffered from something that so many of these trailers suffer from now. Like now, trailers are so predictable. It's going to be a classic song, like an oldies or classic rock song. It's going to be tuned down so it sounds like eerie and strange. It's going to be like quick cut scenes. They're all the same. But the Gladiator, the new trailer for Gladiator 2 or whatever, it's the biggest sin you can do. It's like 3.5 minutes long, and it gives away everything. It seems like the whole movie is right there. Like, this is going to happen, then this is... I don't want
You see a lot of that with, like, the comedy movies. Where, like,
all the jokes.
All the good jokes. But I don't see, how do they spoil Gladiator in a trailer? I've not seen it yet, and to be honest with you, I'll definitely have to revisit the first Gladiator.
Yeah.
So for
but
me,
they just... Here's what to me, Sabrina, they show too much of the arc. So they're like, the movie will start like this, but then this will happen. You won't believe when this twist comes in, and then this happens, and then this happens. Then there's movies like Long Legs with Nicolas Cage, this scary-ass movie that's coming out soon. No idea what it's... I know there's like a murderer or something, and it's scary. I don't want to know anymore. I want like little hints at stuff, but I don't want you to go, wait until you see them do this. And then there's too much in the trailers.
Some girl on TikTok was like, guys, get ready for Long Legs and then immediately said what the first scene was.
No, I don't want that.
I had to swipe as quickly as possible, but now I know what the first scene was.
Yeah, that's bad. I don't want that. I want to go in with just enough information so that I know the movie is going to be interesting and then no more. So often, Courtney, just like each night I go, you got a movie for us? And she'll go, yep, I got a movie tonight. And she had that Nicolas Cage one that I told you about a moment ago. What was it?
Dream Scenario.
No, Dream Scenario is a great one and a fantastic movie from Nicolas Cage. But the Color Out of Space is the one we just recently watched. So she'll just put it on. I haven't seen the trailer. I don't know anything about it. I'm going in blind, baby, and I love it. I love that. Anyway, back to Lori. She said, the trailer gave me goosebumps, so I can't wait. Also, from a different podcast, I just wanted to say Sean and Courtney seem like such a cute couple. The snail being stepped on story was what prompted me, LOL.
That's a throwback.
Anyway, love the show so much. That's way back. I barely remember what you're talking about. But
Dude, I did that the other day.
You stepped on a snail.
I stepped on a snail? Oh, you did too?
Murdered one by accident.
How big we talking?
Big enough that I didn't realize that I had stepped on it. Like I was just sitting on my porch steps, but then like I go to get up and I'm like, what is this? Oh, I stepped on it so much it was not recognizable.
Oh,
guts everywhere.
Just debris.
Poor guy. And it took him probably like 8 hours to get to that step, and I ended it. That was my bad.
Somehow that hurts even more. You know, it's not your fault. All right, over to the Biden news. Here we go. Bombshells in the Biden world. And
bombshell, baby.
This has been kind of interesting. Here's how this has gone so far. It started with the debate. Well, it started way before that, but more recently, the arc has started with the debate. I told you before the debate, Biden has to show people he's with it. He's good. He's firing on all cylinders. And if he could do that, he'll probably pop up some points and be in a good position to beat Trump, possibly. That's all he had to do. And I said, Trump just has to make it through the debate. Trump made it through the debate. He didn't have a particularly great performance, but he made it through the debate. Biden did not. Biden crashed, burned, the bed, whatever you want to say. He had the Mr. Magoo moment where and he glitched McConnell and completely froze up. And everybody at the same time, over 50 million Americans, became aware like, whoa, this is bad. And they've been hiding what's even worse from us for a long time here. They're dragging around a cadaver out here. And this guy surely is not going to last 4 more years doing this, right? So the concern starts from where? The viewers, right? So the viewers started. Then the media, I'll bring you back. The New York Times saying Biden should step down. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the AJC telling Biden he should step down. Just 2 of the many papers that did so on their editorial boards after the viewers went crazy.
George Clooney.
Then who? Well, then the opponents of Biden were saying he's too old. He's got Alzheimer's or dementia or something, and he's not going to make it through the next 4 years. Then Biden's colleagues started to do this. To their credit, I'll say once again, I say every time, to their credit, Biden's colleagues started to step up, and they said, hey, we think you should step down. Then the donors, right? The donors, Abigail Disney, who did Sabrina just say? The celebrities
George
Clooney, the celebrities, and all these other donors who were recently at some events where Biden was, and they're like, it's not the same guy. He's not there. We got to have him step down.
The celebrity factor might tip the scales for some people, because remember who started COVID?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's when it seemed real.
It wasn't real for us until Tom Hanks got COVID. Nobody COVID's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And we just ignore it.
And that felt like a bridge too far. It was, how dare you do this to Tom Hanks? Maybe this is it. You got more and more celebrities stepping out. Stephen King, all these people on the left who are celebrities who have supported Biden. Many of them seem to be uniting and saying, hey, we think this guy should step down. Now, that doesn't mean it's everybody. I saw Alton Brown, and he's saying, I think we should stick with the president. If we listen to people like these celebrities who are speaking out now, they're what's got us in this place to begin with, blah, blah, blah. But now we go from the viewers to the media to the opponents to the colleagues to the donors to the insiders inside the Biden campaign. This is from NBC News. It says, 3 Biden officials directly involved in his reelection tell NBC News his chances of winning are 0. He needs to drop out, one Biden campaign official said. He will never recover from this, is their quote. Those who spoke to NBC News said the sentiment that he should exit and leave the Democratic nomination to somebody else, most likely Vice President Kamala Harris, is widespread, even within the ranks of the campaign and outside Democratic entities supporting him. So his own team, the insiders, are now turning on him. All the pressure is there. He's only got his son, Hunter Biden, and his wife, Jill Biden, who are sort of around him and fully supporting him. Now the big question, all right? And I want you, no matter where you're at politically, to think about this. Consider this. The only people I see who remain on Biden's side defending him are like really hardcore people on Twitter. And they're like, what are you doing? We need to support him this time more than ever, blah, 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 blah. But the big question I have is, let's say all of these people, from George Clooney to the New York Times and everybody else, let's say they get their way and they push Biden out, and he says, I'm gonna support Kamala Harris. She's gonna be our nominee. Do you actually think that you have a better chance of winning if everything is thrown into disarray? Joe Biden steps down and says, you're right, I am too old. Kamala Harris steps up. She's unelected, by the way, right? I mean, other than just being on the VP ticket. They'll say she's undemocratic, she's unelected, she's a candidate that Americans had a choice to vote in for president themselves, and the Americans did not do that. There's a million arguments against her. She's fairly unpopular on her own. Before this whole thing, she was much less popular than Joe Biden. But would she actually have a better chance with the chaos that it would bring about if Joe Biden stepped aside and Kamala Harris stepped up? Or, and this is me giving the good advice to the campaign here, if everybody shut up and Biden won the election, which I don't know that he would be able to do that. I'm just thinking he might have a better chance of doing that than if all of this breaks loose and he, steps aside. If Biden wins and then afterwards steps down, right?
So you're saying in this case that the people in the Democratic Party would ultimately be making the decision based on whether or not they can, at the end of the day, have a Democrat sitting in the Oval Office, as opposed to, like that they need Biden to win so they can replace him rather than replacing him now, or having him resign from the race and putting up somebody else and just losing.
Because maybe I'm wrong, but to me, it's already chaos. It's already insanity. But if Biden does actually come forward and say, I'm going to step back, I'm going to resign, I'm going to hand it over to Kamala Harris, that's crazy.
Okay, but one of the points you made is that she was unelected, right? Like, not that would be the case for anybody that would step in, right? If it was Gavin Newsom or somebody else, like nobody at this point would have voted unless can they do like a special election at this point? Like, no.
The only thing you'd be able to say is if anybody was closer to being elected or voted for by the voters in the primaries, it would be Kamala Harris because she was on the ticket. And she was part of the team, part of the party. I just think this would be catastrophic, right? Like people would go, so we got the old guy who's not with it anymore, or Kamala Harris, who a lot of people weren't fully behind to begin with, and the Democrats look like they're in disarray because their old man is stepping down, and it just seems like it would be chaos.
I think all of it. I can't see a non-chaotic outcome of this, to be completely honest. Right now, what I can see is Democrats or people that are undecided but do not want to vote for Trump saying, okay, well, we already know what's going to happen, so they're not even going to show up. So what can the Dems do in order to encourage people that, while Joe may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, here is the team of people that are going to have his back because he,
and that's what they're
president.
Doing. They've been trying to do that a little bit over the last couple of weeks. And they mentioned things like team, et cetera, et cetera. BDMX
Such a sad campaign strategy.
I know. Look at us. I can't wait.
BDMX Con says yes, because Biden's situation only gets worse from here, and hers only improves from the moment she takes over. So even starting behind, she'll gain on where he peaks. That could be true if they had already pulled the trigger. Each day that goes by, that gets a little more difficult, I think. And I just think when you're the leader of your party, the president of the United States, steps back, it makes it look like your party is in shambles. It's a mess, and you have to start recovering from there. I don't know, man. That would be really, really, really a pretty insane move. So the question I'm throwing at you is, would it be better off to just continue cruising ahead for the Democrats, or would it actually be better off to rip off the Band-Aid like all of these people seem to want them to do? And on the other hand, what do you think is actually happening here? Sean's underestimating how bad both candidates are. I'm not. I'm only thing you might think I'm underestimating is I think that Trump is already a known quantity and his supporters are already where they're at. He doesn't have the chaos in his zone. It's what he's always been. That's consistently where he's been from. And on the other side, it's chaos. So that's where I think it's different. Let me know why you think I'm wrong. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. All right, we'll hear from those, and we'll get into some other items, including Alec Baldwin's trial. We got to talk about that in jury duty. Two very different views of what's happening here in that trial. One is Alec Baldwin's just doing what he was told. He was told it was a safe gun. He's good to go. The other is Alec Baldwin was some reckless, literal gunslinger. And who's going to win out? That's the most important question in that courtroom. We'll see if we can figure it out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On today's Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk about Airbnbs, tourist destinations fighting back, and what movies deserve sequels. Plus, date night done right with our friend Danny Myring and Colbert Court featuring our buddy Glenn Klausman. Today's trivia winner, you're going to see Sticks and Tampon on July 20th, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for here. The off-ramp from I-95 southbound to International Speedway is partially blocked, where John Young Parkway northbound meets Whisper Lake Boulevard. The left lane is blocked there, and the off-ramp from Florida's Turnpike northbound to State Road 50, that is partially blocked due to an accident as well. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by DellAir.com. Feel the Dell Air difference. Let Dell Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit DellAir.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you know what?
Honey.
Shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app. The Smart Bunny app? Like on your phone? I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
In this week's Marketers Report, Angela Zepeda, CMO Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us. We have seen a huge return on our investment. Seeing real numbers has helped us continue to invest.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the data, audiences, and influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
The wait is over. Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. The XPS 15 brings you the perfect balance of power and portability, plus stellar visuals and immersive sound. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics, plus free shipping on everything. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the
No matter how spicy, always welcome over at thenewsjunkie.com. Send an audio or video dispatch now. Look at that little Jackson hanging out with us on the show.
Look at you, my buddy.
The youngest member of the show with C-Lane there from his house setup. There is something interesting going on that I think Jackson is going to be a part of that we can think about here for a second before we talk about somebody who's returning to television. They're back. They're coming back. But first this. When you think about different generations of people right now, you can slice and dice and say like boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, alpha. You can say all those things. But I think those are kind of less important than if you split up people by internet generations. And the first one would be like my parents' internet generation, which was mostly no internet for a very long time, or very, very basic beginnings of the internet. And then the internet got thrust upon them at the end of their life. And people like my mom were never very tech savvy. My mom was never very good at using email or anything. She always needed help with that kind of stuff. And then the next generation would be the generation that I consider myself in. And it was the wild, wild west of the internet. Oh, my. Anything went. You could put anything out there. Copyright wasn't a thing. You could steal music and movies at will. And
watch a guy did get away with a lot.
Yes, you could watch beheading videos and sex videos and anything you could think of. It was all right there in the generation where there were no guardrails. And there were...
Some of the videos were both.
Yeah.
Beheading, and sex.
True. And the thing was, at that point in time, the establishment was not part of the media online. So, like, the online world in this wild, wild west time was just people starting their own websites. Sure, the bigwigs had stuff out there, but it wasn't important. It wasn't the center of the internet. It was all these little websites and blogs that people built up. It was the wild, wild west, and what a time to be alive. And now we're in sort of this third category that some Gen Z and Gen Alpha people find themselves growing up in, where you're used to the internet, but you're used to a new internet with guardrails. You might not be able to access certain websites. You might not be able to access certain platforms and apps that you're trying to go for. There are guardrails up. There's adult websites that are banned in various states. There are apps that they're actively trying to ban and may ban soon. Bipartisanly, it's been a focus to try to get rid of TikTok from the App Store. And so this new generation is like the internet, but with a lot of rules. You can't just put up copyrighted photos everywhere. You can't go on Napster and just download songs. Even torrenting is like another world right now where it's not very popular. It's full of viruses and all that stuff. And then the final category, which is where Jackson is going to grow up, is an internet with bumper lanes.
I'm sorry?
And
buddy, you got the bumper net?
It's the bumper net where there is going to be so much in the way of rules on this internet.
Yeah, but it'll be so easy for them. I feel like they will find the way around it, just like we found the way around our quote-unquote bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about the proxy, and we don't have to really use that now, but where there was a will, there was a way, and I think it's just a significantly older generation than Jackson that's like, we're going to make sure you guys can't watch porn and stuff, and they'll find a way around it.
All right, let's go back to pre-internet, all right? Pre-internet.
That's your time, bud.
When you had or if you wanted to access some adult content, you would have to get a hold of somebody's magazines, like somebody's dad's collection or whatever. So there was
have the one friend that had either cool parents or just did not good porn hiding spots.
Right. And they would be able to get access to that stuff. But that is not the same as every 15-year-old kid having a phone with unfettered access to the internet and being able to look at all the adult content that they want to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those two things are very different. And now there's guardrails going up everywhere. For instance, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, has just banned an app for the first time ever. For the first time ever. They have ordered a digital platform in the app stores to stop serving minors. The app is called NGL. Not gonna lie is what it stands for.
Oh.
It's an anonymous Q&A app that they said was unfairly marketing to kids And there was a lawsuit, and they said, shut it down. That's it. The first time the United States has ordered a digital platform to stop serving minors. And kids who like this app are no longer going to be able to download it. They're no longer to be able to access it. They're going to be shutting this kind of thing down. So this is the beginning of what we're going to see with a lot more guardrails. You can't get to this.
Is this just for an app? Because doesn't they have some sort of rules where, like, I know Facebook, you're not supposed to start a new Facebook before you're like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that in law?
Yeah, I don't know if it's enshrined in actual law yet. It is in some states, I think, or they're trying to, like, the Florida one for sure, right? Like those laws that they were pushing through. But in this case, it's the federal government just saying you cannot be a thing. This app cannot be a thing. We're shutting it down. Back in the day, they'd go, we're going to shut this app down. And the app would be like, we're hosted in another country. Not a damn thing you can do. We're above your jurisdiction.
He wants the app, man.
Yeah, Jackson's like, I don't want to grow up on the internet with bumpers. I don't want to live in that world. And I don't blame him. The internet with bumpers is not a good time. I wouldn't think.
But it's also just the internet's not what it was for us.
No.
Like, there is a lot of stuff that could use some bumpers. A lot of things that children should not be seeing. And
like adult stuff?
There's even a lot of stuff that adults should not be seeing and have
like
access to.
I
don't know, because I haven't seen it, man. I'm not, like, seeking out. But to think about the porn that you guys were downloading or waiting dial-up to load up is significantly different from what you can see in 2 seconds on your phone.
But is there anything, this is the way that I think about it, just to pose it to you. Is there anything that is not illegal that you think people should not be able to access online? Because we're going to be in total agreement, you and I, on, like, if something's illegal, like obviously child stuff, anything that's not illegal, obviously we're going to be in agreement that we don't want people to be able to access that online. But are there things that are legal that you wouldn't want people to access online?
People or children?
Children, I guess, but that's going to be hard to set that fence the right way, I would think.
I don't know, man. There's so much, because I am on the same page as you when it comes to 2 to 8 consenting adults. Then you're more than welcome. And then those watching it, a consenting adult, go for it. And
8 consenting adults.
I think it's like an orgy.
Very complex relationship. Very difficult to juggle.
But available to see on the internet. But then there's also some really gruesome stuff there.
There is
really violent and disgusting. So I can't believe I just naturally went into a lisp. That's how much I hate this conversation.
Well, they've banned this app, NGL, from the App Store, and it's the first such ban to happen. What do you think about this? What kind of things do you think people should be banned from, or kids should be banned from online? Or do you think we should go back to the wild, wild west of things? Was that better? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch right now. He's back, friends.
Jackson.
He's back. No, Jackson is back.
Oh.
And Jackson, maybe in this position someday. But
he's trying not to be back.
He's trying to literally leave.
I'm kind of offended by this, honestly.
Go ahead.
Pat Sajak is coming back to Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? It was all of 1 week.
Okay, they're doing a celebrity Wheel of Fortune now, a new show, and Pat Sajak is going
to play in Hawaii.
That's what I thought too. I thought he was done and he was retiring, and they just wheel out this. No. Our fall lineup includes Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, and guess who's going to be hosting it? Pat Sajak. And so
they've had Celebrity Wheel of Fortune in primetime for a minute now.
Have they?
And then
but was it just thought, C-Lane, that Sajak was not going to host either one of these? Because I don't remember this being in the equation.
Maybe
that would have been the assumption that.
I don't know. It could be. It says ABC revealed the fall lineup today, which includes Celebrity Wheel of Fortune hosted by Sajak. Sajak will return to host the season, which is scheduled to premiere October 7th. Celebrity guests have not yet been announced, but they had big names last year, they're saying.
When does Seacrest start airing? I know they already started shooting some of those episodes with him. Or I thought they did.
Yeah, they have. They said he'll be replaced by Seacrest, who joins Vanna White. But the way it's wording this, it doesn't seem like those have aired yet. So it's very weird. It's like we all said goodbye to Pat Sajak, and Pat Sajak is not going that far, it turns out. He's not heading away from us as quickly as we once thought. We want to head to you, though, very quickly. Let's see what you have in your mouth and on your mind. Your dispatches. Here goes nothing. Here's Guitar Slinger talking about the internet.
So correct me if I'm wrong on this. C-Lane would probably know more about this than I would, but I'm pretty sure there's a browser out there that lets you kind of do the Wild West thing. It's called Tor. Is it still out there? Tor in the dark web? That used to be like the Wild West when I last looked at it a few years back. You could buy rocket launchers through that crap. Anyway, C-Lane, what's the deal?
Yeah, that's not the same thing. So the dark web exists, but 99% of people have never been on and will never be on the dark web. There isn't a lot on the dark web, actually. There's not a lot of these onion sites, so the websites that you go that are uncensored online. The ones that are there, a lot of them are vile, as you would imagine, because that's where they have to exist because they were worked out of the modern internet. So I don't think Tor browser / deep web, dark web, whatever you'd like to call it, is any kind of force. It's just so small. So few people actually use that it's not even really a thing. Shelby Dawn.
I've only actually tried a Tor browser like one time.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on the deep web, dark web, whatever you want to call it.
Whoa.
Like when the show first started. And have I used it since then? Has there been any need for it? No, I haven't done that.
I got to explain to my girlfriend what the dark web was because of that worst roommate show. That's, one of them had tried to order something on the dark web. She's like, that's really a place? I'm like, yeah, darkweb.com. You get anything
you just go there. You log in. You just have to have an account over there. Shelby Dawn's talking about Sabrina's earworm.
Oh my gosh, Sabrina, I love you so much. I'm a podcast listener listening to yesterday about the plague. Mr. Bubonic. Oh. That's going to be stuck in my head all afternoon.
Got you covered.
There you go. All right, one more. Here's funny name.
Hey, guys. I know Biden said that he was going to be a one-term president when he first ran.
True.
If somebody has, I missed it. Why hasn't anyone held his feet to the fire on that and potentially have done it way sooner to get ahead of this, to force his hand to say, hey, you promised or said this is something that you have 100% control over completing as one of your statements that you said before becoming president.
True.
I just think it's foolish that we let it go this far without putting his feet to the fire on that.
Yeah, you think that's foolish. I mean, what's going on here is we've just crushed the collective delusion of an entire media establishment. There are people who are stunned at what is going on right now. When anybody with a brain who is paying attention could have seen over the last 4 years that Biden was not with it mentally. You had people completely obfuscating for the Biden administration, completely running defense, saying that, no, he's fine. No, this is nonsense. He's sharp as a tack. They told you that the things you were seeing weren't real for 3 years, and then all of a sudden they all flipped on a dime just like that. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird thing? So, of course, I'm not surprised that they don't push him on his early promises that he was going to be a one-term president. They didn't push him on anything. They just acted surprised when I think it was obvious to everybody else, became obvious to the American public at large.
What?
When they were watching this damn election debate. So everybody's been kind of let down by the gatekeepers who could have been asking good questions for 4 years now, but they didn't do that. I think that's a real annoying
keep
thing.
Those gates, man.
That's what gatekeepers do. Otherwise, they don't have a job, I guess. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty. Alec Baldwin, the manslaughter trial is underway. What's happening? What else do we need to know as this press conference for Biden approaches? And some other things that we need to talk about on a very busy Thursday, including a new law for lawmakers. What? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
Florida and Cal have canceled their home-and-home football series. Those teams were scheduled to meet in 2026 and in 2027. To baseball, where Rays shortstop Wander Franco was placed on baseball's restricted list yesterday after he was charged with sex abuse in the Dominican Republic. And Team USA will send more women than men to the Olympics for the 4 straight games. More than 300 women are heading to Paris. I'm Scott Davidson.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Here's an opportunity for you to help the helpers in our community. A caved-in roof has closed United Against Poverty's Urgent Care Clinic and Intake Center. Donations are being sought to help repair the damage. The collapsed roof at the Michigan Ave Crisis Center suffered about $150,000 in damage. The good news is that donations are more than halfway to that goal to help United Against Poverty continue to serve over 500 people each day in our community. If you can help, please visit realradio.fm/give to donate directly to this nonprofit serving low-income families and the homeless in our community. Thank you.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South Window lives Florida weather, and that's why our windows and doors are designed to take on severe hurricanes and the most intense heat. They're built and installed by us, meaning better value and a lifetime guarantee for you. Give your family security that lasts a lifetime. Get New South proud.
Buy 2 of our products and get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The summer is here. We're celebrating our freedoms, and this is a great freedom. The freedom to get a free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements, $699 value. But when you consider that in 30% of heart disease cases, the very first symptom is sudden death, you got to make that move. You want to be around for many, many summers. If you're not doing it for you, man, do it for the friends and family around you who do want you around. And remember, you don't take off your clothes. There are no dyes, no injections, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. And here's something else to consider. 40% of people are diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life. Detecting cancer early is very important. You can do that with Life Imaging FLA and their cancer scan. And here's how you make your appointment. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call today. Make this the year that you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
There are choices that can change your life.
Like the choice to start routine colorectal cancer screening at age 45.
It's one of the most common cancers for women and men.
Talk to your doctor about your screening options or visit cdc.gov/screenforlife for more information.
Step up to the plate with Jeremiah's new Batter Up series, all layered with our new Brownie Batter Italian Ice. Swing for the fences with Brownie Batter a la mode, Hey Batter Batter, and Double Fudge Brownie, all loaded with our Grand Slam-worthy Oreo cookie crumbles. Don't strike out. Visit jeremiahsice.com today and find your nearest sweet spot and knock it out of the park with the ultimate brownie treats. Score big at Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Every scoop is a home run. Step up to the plate for Jeremiah's new Batter Up series. Visit jeremiahsice.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio, no radio, Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
Get into what's happening with the Alec Baldwin case. Plus, I guess they've solved everything in New York City, in New York State, in fact. They've fixed all the problems. Everything's good after they released those garbage cans. And Eric Adams got all excited to, what was the song? Was it Alicia Keys?
Here for New York.
Yeah, he's rolling out the trash cans and the TikTok video.
It's very exciting because you can put all of a 13-gallon, small trash bag into it before it's full.
If you're going to do a New York trash can for everybody and the trash can is going to solve all your gross trash problems in the city, why would it be a little one? It's New York City. You need to have like big trash cans for people or for sections of people so that they don't throw things on the ground. And even then, I think New Yorkers have a penchant for just throwing things on the ground. They seem to be pretty fond of doing it. You see it all over the city. And that's a shame. People should not do that. You should keep your city clean. No matter what you think about any of your elected officials, you should keep your city clean, friend. Don't be like these other folks. Right now, here we go. All together. Let's jump through it and into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Through it and into it? I don't know. We'll try. We'll see what we can do here. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of choices out there of attorneys, but you want one that's going to treat you like the human you are, the person you are, and have a connection with you and fight for you on a personal level. That is what you deserve. You're not just a number. You're not just a cell in a spreadsheet, as so many of these other law firms treat you. You're more than that. So go over to the DeWitt Law Firm, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. I guess they fixed it all in New York because they are right now rolling out a ban on small shampoo bottles at hotels in New York.
Start spreading the news.
Yeah, this is the important stuff.
Just shampoo, conditioner, and body soap, just fine.
Small bottles of hospitality care products. So shampoo, lotion, all of these different things that you might want, they're going to ban the small bottles of those, which that's a switch up that some places have done. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a hotel where you go in and they have the ones that are mounted on the wall.
Yeah, the dispensers.
Yeah, and they have the larger dispensers. Some places have that now, but not all of them. A lot of places.
I
still
thought
have the old
maybe
school.
they did the small bottles so obviously because you don't need as much, but also so they can't be tampered with.
It could be that. Jackson's on rampage.
Jackson's just hearing the delay, and he's a big fan. He's like, "They're the one that makes my hand look like an adult."
That's perfect size for him. They're taking it away.
The initiative is great, and it's happened a lot with like major hotel chains.
Mhm.
But here's the problem: are they now banning it from people traveling to New York? Because
No.
if your hotel doesn't have it, or you're staying at an Airbnb, like you are now forced to go buy a large bottle of shampoo and conditioner.
No, this is
and then
only
it goes to waste.
Only for hotels. So
Okay,
it's
so
only
we
targeted at
can
hotels.
Travel with them, and
My problem is people will look at this and they'll be like, well, that's a fine idea. We do need to do this. And it's all of the extra laws, all these weird, cumbersome rules and laws that New York has become home to. Can't buy a soda that's over this many ounces, but you can buy two 18-ounce sodas that will add up to a 36-ounce soda that you can't purchase. All these dumb things. It's all dumb nanny state stuff. You want every hotel in New York State to stop carrying small bottles of shampoo, conditioner, etc. All you have to do is say you will get a tax break if you no longer have single-size things like this in your hotel rooms. Everybody will get a significant tax break, and they'll all do it. You don't have to make it a stupid law. They're all going to do it because it'll be beneficial to them to move away from that. And then you end up with a better outcome, less waste, less plastic. Everybody knows where the plastic comes from, right? That's more fossil fuels, more oil. Oil is used to make plastic. That's one of the biggest ways that we use oil. And so if you have less of that going on, it's better, right? You can refill the other ones. Good.
what
Just
about the
making
places that
laws.
sell them?
The places that sell them are just going to have to sell them to people who are hotels, rather, that are not in New York State as of now. Many laws. It's death by 1,000 cuts with the laws for businesses in New York State.
Next time I go to New York, I'm just going to buy bulk. And then the hotel, I'm like, hey, did you want to give me a discount with all of these miniature bottles here?
Right.
Won't
Yeah.
tell nobody.
I won't use anything of note inside your hotel room
Sounds
either,
like a great
right?
bit, Sabrina. Go with that.
You would tell
The
him.
hotel's like, guys, Sabrina's here with the bottles.
Give it a discount. You're good at getting discounts anyways. You'll figure it out, I
Sure
think.
am.
Alec Baldwin, he's on trial. I think this is dumb. Even though you might hate Alec Baldwin, that's fine, right? Alec Baldwin is on trial for manslaughter right now. If somebody else was doing their job, that job being of the armorer, who was Hannah Gutierrez Reed, I believe, and if that person was doing their job, there would have been no live ammunition on the set. Therefore, nobody would have been shot. That's it. That's where the ball was dropped. Everybody else thought they were acting in a movie with movie guns, right? That's it. It's as simple as that. The jury should see it that way. They won't, because some stuff will be admitted and not admitted. But Alec Baldwin is pretty hateable and bombastic, and he has political opinions far out on the left that a lot of people on the right don't agree with. So some people hoorah that. Oh, yeah, this is the guy I don't agree with, so I want to see him charged. I just try to be consistent across the board. This is dumb. This is a stupid case. This is worse than any case that they could have come with on the set of The Crow. This was a guy who was told he had a cold gun on a set that should have been fully cold with no live ammunition whatsoever, and who may or may not have pulled the trigger. I don't know if he's lying on that, but it doesn't really matter. It should have never occurred because the armorer, who is way out of her depth, was in the wrong by having any live ammunition here. But here we are. And there were two very, very different opening statements for the defense and the prosecution, as you can imagine. The prosecution painted Alec Baldwin as a Wild Wild West type. He didn't care about following any of the rules on set. He didn't care about safety. He would point the gun at random and be dangerous with it, and he should be found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Alec Baldwin's defense says, hey, this should have been a safe set. There should have never been any bullets here. My client should not have been responsible ever for determining whether or not there was live ammunition in his gun, which is a good point, right? Like, I expect when you hand me the movie gun that it's a movie gun. I expect that, and that should be just the way it is.
Yeah,
and if it's
never
not,
in a million years would you think there's a live bullet in it.
Sure. If we're going to film a scene and we're going to do a video for YouTube, and Sabrina is going to hold this gun and point it at Sean, and then Sabrina points the gun at me and shoots me, and I die.
I get the show. Yay.
Well, we all know that Sabrina would have put the live bullet in.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right. I would never. How dare you?
Sabrina would have not known that there was a bullet in there. That wouldn't have been her responsibility. Now, maybe it could have been that the armorer wanted to kill me and set up Sabrina and put a real bullet in her gun, but the rest of it's stupid. And
Plot
we'll see
twist,
if a jury...
Armorer Courtney.
True. Let's see if the jury agrees here in that case. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Also, very quickly, a Japanese man was arrested at an airport in Hawaii.
Japan!
That's right. He was from there. This Japanese man was arrested at Hawaii's International Airport after a pair of grenades were found in his carry-on luggage.
Oh, bobo grenades.
No, don't want to do that. That's not a good thing. Akito Fukushima of
Watch your
Kanazawa.
mouth, dude.
He was arrested shortly before 7 a.m. on a first-degree terroristic threatening charge, they say. There was an issue with his luggage, and they said there were some replicas of explosives. Those are also prohibited, and you cannot have them on a plane. They said on the day Fukushima was arrested, the TSA announced it seized 3,269 firearms at checkpoints in the first half of the year, representing 19 firearms per day that they detect at the old airports. So
is it just me, or does Fukushima sound like a token kind of name?
Fukushima is the name of the nuclear facility that was hit by a hurricane.
And a delicious roll, some sushi place in America.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't care about the offensiveness.
No. There was one downtown that was even run by the Japanese people. And
the Japanese
it sounds weird when you say that, but it was Japanese people. The Japanese people were running it.
Imagine that, a sushi place run by the Japanese people.
Well, the odd thing was that they, you know as well as I do, they had all the offensive names. They had, like, the atom bomb roll or the... Not a Pearl Harbor roll, I don't think. That might be too controversial.
That would have been bad. Pearl Harbor would have been like a burger.
Yeah. Probably. Still in there, though.
You used to think the Hiroshima roll was bad, but Hiroshima is just
it's
a place
just a
in
city.
Japan.
I know, but whenever we hear Hiroshima, we think about the bomb. You know, Fat Man and Little Boy being dropped on those two cities in Kapow below. Japan gets hit. And they learn not to mess with us ever again, right, Japan? Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right?
Whoa.
Right. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into a new rule for the people who make rules. But will politicians allow this to go through? Plus, we got the ratings. Good news for us or bad news for us?
I'm hoping good news.
I'm hoping good news, too. We'll see if we're still the tour de force we once were or if we've fallen off hard. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Displaying a level of apathy that can only be achieved through years of studying. Okay, guess you don't want to be petted. Cats. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The off-ramp is partially blocked from Florida's Turnpike northbound to State Road 50 there, and there's delays due to an accident on the off-ramp from I-95 southbound to International Speedway Boulevard. Watch out for delays where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway and slowdowns on US 192 by Neptune Road. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. This earful of real radio is brought to you by justcallmo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone welcomes Bill Bellamy July 12th and 13th. Thursday nights on the soundstage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and full bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $23.65. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
And now another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
The wait is over. Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. The XPS 15 brings you the perfect balance of power and portability, plus stellar visuals and immersive sound. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics, plus free shipping on everything. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studios. Why Kaufman and Lynch? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
If you listen to talk radio, people don't really talk about this anymore, mostly because they're all getting slaughtered in the ratings and nobody wants to bring it up anymore. And you go, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, we're number one over here. That's a thing that goes back as long as radio, where people will go, we're number one. And you go, number one for what? And they'll be like, men between the ages of 49 and 50. We are killing it at number one currently. And you have to understand, as I have this conversation with you over the next, let's say 5 or 6 minutes, I am bound by certain things, and there's only certain things I can say, and I have to be careful about it. So I'm doing this understanding that, I can't tell you exactly what's going on, but to a certain extent I can. So way we get rated or judged in radio is that in most markets, people have devices that they carry that measure what they actually listen to on the radio. And, we just hope it's a nice, fair thing. We know we've been working long and hard at this. And when things are right, we're on top. And we've been very, very, very lucky to be there for over a decade because of you listening to the show every single day. Literally without you, we wouldn't be able to do it. But it's direct measured audience measurement, and mostly it seems to be okay. There's times when it's off and you can see things are not right out there. But the numbers are in. Let's see how we're doing over here. Have we fallen off? I don't know. It's a long time to be on top. A lot of room to crush yourself back down to earth. But when I look at the numbers, here's what I see. Got it in front of me here.
3, 2.
Men 18 and up. Men 18 and up. Men over 18. So that means every single man that is listening that is over the age of 18. We are...
Awkward, Jackson.
Jackson didn't listen to the show. We'll get to his baby numbers in a little bit. We are number one. That's right. Men 18 plus, number one with a bullet. Over to persons 18 to 34. That's every person that's listening between 18 and 34. We're number one with an 18.1 share.
Bitching.
That means 1 out of every 5 of you listen to this show for some reason. We love you. Right at you there. All right. We love you. We appreciate you.
Right in the mouth.
There you go. Men 18 to 34. Number one with a 17.6 share. Women 18 to 34. How about this? Women 18 to 34. Number one with an 18.4 share. That's literally unheard of in talk radio.
Since the gals
gave us young women between 18 and 34 were number one with an 18.4. Get out of here. Walking papers to everybody else.
We're all on the same side.
Persons 18 to 49. We are in second place. Oh my God. Only a 9.9 share in that demographic.
Means some people need to talk to their parents. Or the other way around.
You know what that means? That means there's women between 34 and 49 who aren't listening to the show. We need to get them on board. Well, we'll do that. Men 18 to 49.
That's exactly my wife, not listening to the show.
Even if she had a meter, she'd be tuning in smartless. Men 18 to 49, number one, 13.3 share. Men 25 to 54, number one. And then nothing, not a single one of these demos is outside of the top 5, save for women 18 plus, meaning all women, and women 35 to 64. That's where we need some traction. Women between 35 and 64, mostly women over 50. If you know that this show is out there, I expect you to be listening to it. If you don't know, we got to get to you. We got to get to you somehow. We got to make sure that happens. Flats Fisherman says, Ron and Ron had a 33 share one time. Of course, that's what they said. Hey, I don't know what they said. That's going to be during diary time, so that's not really good measurement. That's when people just write it down in their little book, and usually they'd write,
Dear
I listen
diary.
all day. Everybody who knows anything about ratings knows during the diary days, you'd get your diary and you'd write, I listen to this show all day long. And then when they directly measured you, they found out that wasn't the case. Although I think in our last weekly, we had a 30-something share. There was one that was in the 30s, and it was like, that's just insane. That's insane. That's real, directly measured numbers, folks. So I reach out to you. If you listen to the show, if you're among those groups, and you know people who don't, please tell them. I know this is not Share the Show Tuesday. Share the Show Thursday is fine, too.
Yeah.
Tell them about
share
the
the
show.
show every day if possible.
So we can get even more people on board.
Much appreciated.
That's number one. We love that. We appreciate that. That's good. Number two, if you run a business in this part of town, now you know where the ears are. Now you know where the people are. Now you know where the folks who spend money are. If you want to get your business to somebody, you do it through me or Sabrina or C-Lane. That's how it's done. So if you want to email tips@thenewsjunkie.com, we'll send you along to the sales staff over here or whatever affiliate you're listening at, and we'll get you all set up, and we'll lock everything in for you so your numbers can go up with ours. All right? We'll do that together. We'll be friends in numbers just like this. So thank you all. We appreciate you. Thank you for letting us do this thing.
Thank you so much.
No thank you to Jackson. He was not listening to the
Wow, you
station.
hear that, bud?
Look at him.
He doesn't care. He's got his
What's he
banana
gnawing on?
stick.
What is it?
It's like a cylinder of dried up banana.
Ooh.
That as he chews on it, it hydrates and then makes everything around it disgusting.
Oh, gross.
Just sucking on that dried banana.
Is that the most exciting thing he can eat so far?
It's one of his most exciting things.
It's like,
that
I'd
he's
like a
excited
Hot
to eat.
Pocket, but my parents won't let me.
Does that mean he doesn't eat baby food out of a jar yet? No?
No, he gets yogurt every
Oh, he
once in a
does?
while,
Oh, that's
with
cool.
purees. Yeah, he gets excited about that.
Oh, man.
This is just something that he could do by himself.
Yeah.
He's due for a bottle. And the thing you can't see right now, and I can't really tilt it down, is that Lexi is feverishly just waiting
For the dried
I can
banana?
wait, but just sitting here waiting for that thing to be too small for me to be comfortable letting him continue to gnaw on it.
Yep.
Because then it goes to Lexi.
She's like, this will be a dog toy at some point in time.
I wish I could move the camera right now.
Swallow it
She's literally, it's adorable.
Hey, what's the plan for Jackson? Look, I look at the hair he's rocking there. He's got a full head of hair. He's looking good.
Bless his soul.
Are you gonna let him grow that out, or are you gonna
He
like?
wants to.
Is he? What time does a kid get a haircut?
It
Like a
depends.
year old?
I think it's so cute when you have like
A
little
long hair
kids with
kid?
the long hair, and
Yeah.
the man buns.
Right. Well, I don't know about man bun. Man bun's not good for anybody.
He's already had like little trims, and Ashley does it, and then now she regrets it immediately, which is the
Well, he
cutest
looks
thing.
good now. She didn't mess anything up. He's looking good. He's looking sharp.
She's considered though just getting the bowl out.
What about a mullet? Can we do a mullet on him?
That would be pretty.
That's what people are into, man. Still, the mullet is
Baby
a very,
mullets.
very popular.
Oh, here come the texts about how Sean says mullet.
Am I doing it weird again? Mullet. That's
No,
weird.
because
Malay.
people say
It's not
that-
Malay. It's not fancy enough to be that. Mullet
people
like
argue
bullet.
about mullet or mullet.
Mullet. That's what I say.
I say mullet.
A fish is called a mullet, and if it's named after that, then I don't know.
I don't
know.
think it's named after a fish.
I know I've done this before. Here we go. Mullet. Pronounce. I say mullet. I'm saying it again ahead of time. Mullet.
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 All right.
Mullet.
It does sound like it rhymes with mullet.
Mullet.
I say mullet.
Thank you again for all listening to the
Mullet.
show.
Mullet.
Number one,
ratings.
guys.
Mullet.
This is how we get the big numbers right here.
Better believe
You don't
it.
just get people to tune in for
Mullet.
nothing. You have to put high
Mullet.
quality entertainment in front of them, just like this. So thank you,
You're
Jackson.
welcome.
Looking good over there. He's been nice and quiet for the last couple of days, huh?
I heard a couple
He's been
yells
all right.
over here.
Yeah, just like one or two. I can't wait till he can run full speed. I know you're probably not super happy about that.
I'm
it's
excited for
close.
the talking.
He crawls pretty efficiently.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, I got to take up the dog bowls sometimes because
Oh.
when he gets down on the ground,
He
He goes
should.
for him.
he goes straight for the dog bowl and dumps it all over himself.
All right, this sounds like a good idea to me, and that means it'll never pass in Congress. A bipartisan group of senators has said, we are going to ban lawmakers from trading stocks. It's called the Ending Trading and Holdings in Congressional Stocks Act, drawn up by five
Like
senators.
any stocks? Like any stocks.
It would require members of Congress, their spouses, and their dependent children to divest from their assets starting in 2027. Lawmakers would be banned from trading for the 90 days after the bill becomes law. The penalty for breaking the law would either be the lawmaker's monthly salary or 10% of the value of the asset in violation, whichever's bigger.
Why would anybody want to become a lawmaker if they can't also make side money?
Good. We only get good people. We only get good people to take the job. That's what we want.
People. Come on.
You know, my favorite thing was
shady.
Warren Buffett once said, if you want to get the deficits and the debt in check in this country,
Warren Buffett.
all you have to do is tie it to their paychecks. So you say, if we don't have a balanced budget each year, then the political people who have been elected into office don't get paid. They don't get paid if we don't have a balanced budget. All of a sudden, all the budgets will be balanced. Everything will change if you do something like that. If you don't let these folks in Congress make millions off of investments from insider trading, which we are all smart enough to know is going on over there, I think we'll be better off. I think we'll be in a better place. I think I want to try that banana thing that Jackson's got. But
I'll bring you one.
Don't.
You want to try one out?
You look ridiculous.
Why? It's no different than some of the other snacks I have. You know what I had last night?
Something that you sucked on that was dried at one point?
We got top tier snacks right now. This is literally god tier snacks. We have these things, and it's like ice cream, sherbet stuff, and it's in a fruit. So there's a lemon one that is inside a lemon. It's like a lemon is cut in half, and you're eating out of a lemon. You're scooping all of
you're
this
just
stuff
playing
out.
God.
We have one that's a half of a coconut, a literal half of a coconut.
Oh, Ashley bought those forever ago.
Oh,
Are they
I
good?
love them. They're the greatest. Oh, it's god tier snack. If you haven't had these from Costco, they're so good. You sit there with your coconut, just eating up. Oh,
Maybe
my
you should start
God.
drinking again during the week because, like, the excitement you're having over a snack is.
What does that say? This is
that
what
you're
makes
old
my needle
AF,
move.
man.
That's not old. That's just in touch with what really is great in this world of ours.
I just want you to know that for the second time, only the second time in our radio career, I'm getting my feet licked right now while I'm on the air.
There's strange stuff happening out of camera shot there. Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about a new gadget that is set to change everything. But will you even care about it? We'll see. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The off-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident from I-95 southbound to International Speedway Boulevard. There's delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. And expect lane restrictions due to an accident on Highway 415 northbound and southbound between Fort Smith Boulevard and Colony Road. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Do you already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's any good? A recent study showed that less than 20% of people compare their first mortgage quote that they get. Well, don't be a slacker, my friends. Time to get peace of mind by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. It's so easy to compare your quote, That Mortgage Guy Dawn. Just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. Boom! That Mortgage Guy Dawn will tell you if it's any good. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by R.C. Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey, pool season fanatics, your summer persona is calling. It's time for sun-soaked party scenes at MGM Grand, new luxury cabanas at Bellagio, and sandy beach living at Mandalay Bay. Show off your poolside, only with MGM Rewards. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance. your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go nighttime swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South makes windows that are both energy efficient and hurricane resistant. New South is the factory and eliminates the middleman. New South windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers because we know Florida weather.
For every 2 windows you buy, get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after a sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
It's almost here. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the summer games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the
female, and I love to listen. We love to have you and everybody else on board. One thing I always notice, and I know you guys do too, Sabrina and Sealand, is when we get out and we do a live show, we have like the widest range of people in front of us. There's like all different age groups. There's like a lot of men, a lot of women. There's like a really good spread of people that show up to our events, which honestly, you don't get in talk radio much. You just get like everybody looks the same. Everybody's the same age. They're all old, whatever. I'm continually amazed by that, and I love that. And so, yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's why we did that. If you missed us talking about the ratings, that's on the podcast like everything else. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to get today's show.
Sometimes I'll meet someone where I'm like, you are like really cool. Like you physically.
Too cool for the show?
Physically look cool. You do a cool job. Like just, it doesn't. I'm like, you listen to us? Like, you think what I said was funny or the fart noise or whatever? Like, awesome. Tell your friends and maybe show up to stuff. Let's get a
100%
picture.
agree. 100%. I had that moment like maybe 3 or 4 times during the live show when people would come up during the breaks. You'd be like, you listen to the show? All right. Okay. I'll take it.
Sweet.
I mean, it must mean something about us. Maybe we're not that bad. We got something going on. Let's take a look at Matthew McConaughey if we can. This is up on See It Now. For the visual, it's up on See It Now. Got stung in the eye by a bee. I got a B to the eye for Mr. McConaughey.
Damn, look at those white teeth.
Yeah, his teeth are great. Damn it, man. But his eye is so swollen. It's up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. And he can't, there's no way he could see out of that, right? I mean, it's like completely shut off.
So this is where I have my questions. That reaction, is that for anyone who would get stung in the eye, or he is someone who is allergic to bees? Just not.
I don't know. This would scream to me that this is more than just a regular bee sting.
Speaking of screaming,
it's okay. He's doing his thing.
I could just see the open mouth and the eyes, as if I could almost hear the scream without the mic being on. There
He's
we
like,
go.
I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show.
Thank you.
He's fine.
Not fun right now.
No, you're good. You're
Waiting
good.
for this bottle to get warm.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You
Is
do
it in
you.
between your legs? I don't understand how that works. You sit on
Lexi's
it
got it.
like an egg.
Lexi the dog's got it down there warming it up. Teamwork. So, yeah, that would say to me that maybe there's some sort of allergic reaction going on there. Because my eye, I don't think would close all the way if I got stung by a bee. And this one, which you'll see on See It Now, is pretty damn bad.
Like, I've been stung by a wasp. I know that. But I don't know for sure that I've been stung by a bee. And therefore, I don't know for sure if I would die from a bee sting.
I think I've definitely been stung by a bee. Like, I definitely remember a bee stinging me and, like, leaving a stinger in and stuff. And I didn't have any abnormal reaction to it. I think I've been stung by a wasp, too, just because wasps were everywhere in the acreage growing up.
Around the time that your voice was, like, super squeaky?
It could have been. Well, I took one in the larynx. Yeah, right around there. And then I took like 3 or 4 more. It was slowly but surely.
From right up here to where you are now because of the bee sting. Fascinating.
And then when I saw the positive outcome, I bought bees and I started subjecting myself to bee stings over a period of time.
That's interesting. I love that.
That's how it happened. Yeah. I mean, you got to do something. So here we are. Reminder for all of you, don't forget keywords on this very station.
Cha-ching, baby.
Throughout the day. That's your shot at money. We can't get it, unfortunately. But when you hear the keyword, just pick up your phone and do what they tell you to do. You do it, you can get that $1,000. Nothing wrong with that. That's really, really, really easy money for you. So make sure you're paying attention to those keywords. Another one coming up next hour, I believe, on the show, or very, very soon at the least. The Webb Telescope, that one's out there, may have just revealed an alien world with air, they say.
Oh.
They say astronomers have honed in on a world they believe might have just the right conditions for a thick atmosphere. Big old thick atmosphere. In an ocean half the size of the Atlantic, the exoplanet with the catchy name LHS-1140b, 48 light years away from Earth.
Okay, not bad.
A little less than double the size of Earth.
Did you see that massive black hole that was also recently discovered by the telescopes? The Hubble
No,
and all
I
that?
don't think so.
Terrifying looking. Like beautiful, but also terrifying. It says it has such a suction of black wholeness that it has light coming through it because of the friction of all the things that the black hole is sucking.
Weird. Question
That's
for
the
you.
most science way I could explain it.
Question for you, and I don't know if any of us know the answer to this. Has NASA or any other space agency, we've got a new space war going on. China's like, we're in another space race here.
Space war.
Has any country ever fired anything at a black hole? Has that ever been done?
No.
Were we not close enough maybe for that? And maybe there's probably like a science reason. Science
they're
people.
way too far out.
Science people confirm if Sealand's right on that. Are they the black holes that we know of are way too far out? If not, I would love to get ahead of that. That would be super cool to shoot something into a black hole.
Okay. Well, it says after U.S., and this is from Times of India, January 2024. India is the second country after the U.S. to send dedicated satellite to study black holes.
Okay.
So that seems to be close to, but in order to study it, you have to get the information back. Therefore, not in the black hole.
They're at least looking at black holes and trying to identify black holes. I want us to fire something right down the center and see what happens. See if it just disappears or if it blows up or something cool's got to happen. The Republican National Convention, as well as the Democratic National Convention, we're a little more sure of what's going to happen at the Republican National Convention other than who Trump is going to pick as his vice president. But he has so little care about who that's going to be or how it's going to influence you. He'll probably just whisper it in the wind one day and not mention it again. You saw what happened to the last one. But at the RNC, we'll see who's going to speak. The celebrities are usually not as big in number or name at the Republican National Committee as they are at the Democratic National Committee. You hear about the celebrities calling for Biden to step down, and George Clooney was one of them.
Big name. Clooney's a well-respected, very loved.
And they're blaming Obama for this. They're saying Obama is the one who said, encouraged him, hey, listen, Clooney, you got power. Go ahead, write this op-ed for the New York Times. I don't know if that's true or not, but they're suggesting that Obama has a little hand in this behind-the-scene puppet master style. But at the RNC, they don't have this big pick of the litter for celebrities. So they've got Amber Rose, who will be speaking at the Republican National Convention.
Okay.
Remind me, other
Amber
than
Rose.
like being with Kanye West
and Wiz,
and Wiz Khalifa, rappers, what is Amber Rose famous for? Is she a model? Is she
there's
actress?
I would say a socialite. Had a very popular podcast for a minute. Had a bit of a movement when it came to like the slut shaming, slut walk. I forget, there was a particular phrase she had with it. And then as far as like, it was kind of quiet for a minute there. And all of a sudden she's MAGA crazy.
She's big into
the music video
stuff.
recently with that rapper guy you see everywhere, the fat one.
As far as you know, she hasn't done like
Jelly
a
Roll?
TV show or a movie.
Like the MAGA rapper guy. No, she was part of the music video for Young Jeezy's 2008 single Put On, which featured Kanye, so maybe that's what kicked everything off. That's
one of Sean's favorites, obviously, Young Jeezy.
No, I do like Kanye, but not Young Jeezy. I don't know Young Jeezy.
So that's what kicked it. She walked the runway, New York Fashion Week for Celestino. She was in a bunch of other music videos, reality show.
Let's just be real. She's not that famous. She's
Musical
not
Pursuits,
that famous overall. The person who's speaking right before Trump at the Republican convention.
Dancing with the Stars 2016. Got it.
Okay, that's her biggest thing then, Dancing with the Stars, because that's pretty big still. Right before Trump speaks at the Republican 2024 GOP convention, yada, 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 is going to be their biggest celebrity name. And I don't even know if this guy's come out and said, like, I'm a Republican. He's often around Trump. He often features Trump at his events. UFC's Dana White will be speaking right before Trump at the Republican convention. No other celebrities have been named. And let's be honest, there's not too many of them that are openly for Trump other than like your Kid Rocks and John Voight and... I don't know.
Who was the one that was recent? My God, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid?
That was on Fox News. I mean, it wasn't like go out there and vote for him. It was a conversation he was having. He's like, I think down the road, what did he say? He's my ass or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
he said he might be an ass, but he's my ass, which sounds very weird.
I didn't want to say the whole thing.
To phrase
that. Hawk to a girl makes it a
That'd be something.
They already asked Hawk to a girl about Trump. Because it was
they asked her if she would
if she would take care of him morally, and she said no. And they were trying to be like, oh no. I don't know if she's gotten really political yet. There is a new person trying to take over for the Hawk to a girl.
I heard about this.
Did you?
But it's all like you're being desperate to try to be the next Hawk to a girl.
Yep.
So everyone can see right through it. It's not a good campaign.
All right, so I think you know who I'm talking about then, because should I even play this? It got 13.2 million views.
Okay, you got a long way to go, my gal.
I just
guy.
like this is kind of really lowering yourself just to try to be the next viral person. Here she is.
That girl said her spit on that thing. That's boring. I'm farting on it. Exactly. Speak to him, toothless.
All right. Well, this
Speak
is
to him toothless.
I don't know what that means. It's just where we're at.
The credit I will give her is that she waited all day or
For that
whatever
moment?
the time was, because that was that fart was marinating for a bit. And that was a powerful fart.
Oh, I didn't hear the fart.
Oh, you didn't hear the
did
fart?
it?
Wow.
It must have been so loud that your like software cut it out.
Very,
like,
very
yeah.
loud fart.
Yeah. I mean, it was
solid.
not.
I almost think it's not a real fart, but I don't know. Play it again, please.
That girl said her spit on that thing. That's boring. I'm farting on it. Exactly. Speak
That
to
was
him,
fake.
toothless.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
it's something in the car, or maybe it's not. The way
I
she
don't know.
lifted it shouldn't have had that flappy of a sound.
Like you got to respect yourself more than this.
What are you
You
talking? Everyone
have to-
farts.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's
I
not.
thought
It's
she
not
was
even.
trying too hard when I didn't hear the fart. Now that I've heard the fart, I'm like, this is...
Everyone farts is fine. If you were like near a microphone and you accidentally fart, and
Also,
then it happens.
this is successful for her. What is her nickname now?
She doesn't
Fart
have
on
one.
it, girl.
Fart to I don't know.
Fart.
She doesn't have a nickname
That's
necessarily
the
just
episode
yet.
name for sure. Fart to
So there she goes. I shared it with you regardless. This is a story that is not going to do anything different to our lives. We were already following this rule.
Okay.
But hiking in the Grand Canyon seems to be a very bad idea just for those who are a little more adventurous. A third hiker in less than a month has died in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, boy.
50-year-old guy from San Angelo, Texas, was found unresponsive. And this is, the third
Do we not
person
have
down
railings anymore?
there. It's an excessive heat warning, so it's so hot that people are dying down there. 109 degrees at one place. Phantom Ranch in the Grand Canyon, 115 degrees. Folks, humans aren't supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be in a place where it's 115 degrees. Don't go down there. Stay away. Good God. The technology I talked about that is said to be the next big thing, but I don't think it'll have much of an effect on the world. It was just announced. Samsung says they're launching the Galaxy Ring. And,
Is
cool.
that for your hand or something else?
This is a Galaxy Ring for your finger. It's $400. It will monitor a wearer's fitness and sleep. Doesn't look like it has anything crazy different than all the other rings out there.
Now, does it show, because I imagine you have to put it somewhere else. You have to have a cool pinky ring? Or are you expecting people to put it on their ring finger?
You could get whatever size you want. So you could do like a thumb ring
What
if you
about
want.
toe ring?
You might not be able to because of some of the sensors. They might need certain stuff. Because it tracks skin temperature, women's menstrual cycles, lasts up to a week on a single
and
charge.
That's why I'm not going to buy it. I'm not having nobody track my menstrual cycle. Thank
They
you.
want that information. Aura is one that's been out there for a long time, the Aura ring, and they're going to try to fight against that.
Here's an idea for the big corporations. Instead of making a ring that can track my menstrual cycle, how about make me a tampon that won't poison me?
That
Call
seems
me
like you're
crazy.
asking for
How
a
about,
lot.
how about a tampon that doesn't have lead and arsenic in it? Let's go back to
lead-free
the drawing
tampons.
You're not supposed to be using your cigarettes like that, Sabrina.
Yeah,
Seems
well,
like you're asking for
turns
a
out
lot.
I have been, apparently. According to a new study from Berkeley, 9 of the top 10 tampons have riddled with lead and arsenic. Have you not seen this? Not in
No,
your
I did. I
FYP,
saw it
huh?
this morning. Just for everybody.
Not concerning for you?
Axios says it doesn't affect me much, but it says study finds toxic materials present in popular tampons. For those who need to be aware, ladies, it says popular brands from UC Berkeley. You're right. They looked at 30 tampons from 40 different brands and 18 product lines, which is a wide variety of them.
And the majority
measure-
that's available for you to pick up and buy.
To measure the presence of 16 metals, all 16 were found in measurable traces, and toxic metals like lead were detected in all of the samples. What does that mean, though? How much lead was it? Does it say? Several of the metals studied appear commonly in nature and come into contact with humans every day, including inorganic arsenic, which can be found in the rice wheat. They say it's not actually dangerous. I just want to see about the lead.
The amount of lead
that's
was
in.
like this microgram amount. It was some girl did the math so we didn't have to.
Mhm.
But it was essentially like there's only a certain amount that you can have in your blood without it, according to the top scientists, like the toxic amount. And then the amount that they found in these tampons were like, we've had that toxic amount in our putting in our bodies for the longest time.
You know why that's a problem, right? It's because it's cotton. So, like, in the cotton fields, like, the stuff gets on the cotton and, like, fertilizers and stuff they use.
But they're saying now the tampons aren't even, like, a small majority of the makeup of it is cotton. They're using something else. So they're thinking it's actually after the tampon is made cotton style, it's like everything else in that process that's putting in the bad stuff.
The Axios thing says metals were detected in both organic and non-organic tampons, with lead concentrations being higher in non-organic products and arsenic higher in organic ones, with researchers saying it could be attributable to natural fertilizers used to grow cotton for organic products. That's what the Axios think.
I have a potentially gross question.
Go for it.
It
It is what it is.
If the lead's in the tampon, can it get in the bloodstream?
Yes.
If the blood is leaving?
No, but
it could probably do both, even if it's leaving.
That area in your vagina absorbs a lot more. Like it's that is a place just riddled with accepting.
The problem is some of these studies will say this stuff that sounds so bad, like inorganic arsenic was found in this, or lead was found in this, and then you find, like, if you look at everything on that level, everything you come into contact has all this stuff that sounds super bad.
But this is an alarming level of things that are found in tampons. It is.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to just go with Axios or see the other stuff, but it is bad. I mean, I think these companies are in big trouble. One of the biggest ones already getting a class action lawsuit.
Yeah,
I will be a part. My question is for whatever doctors are listening. What happens if we've already been doing, like, we've been using it? Is it too late for me? Is what I'm asking.
I seriously doubt this would have any kind of impact. That's just me. I think, like, it would be a thing that they could make better, and they should make better, but that the small amounts that you get exposed to are probably not going to do anything bad. But if they can prove that it does, then that class action lawsuit will have more than half of the population in the United States. You ladies are in the majority out there.
If they can prove that it's bad for you or that it has an effect on you, but wouldn't you also have to prove negligence on the manufacturer? Like, they would have to know that they put that stuff in there?
Yeah, Jackson says
Thank you, Jackson.
Right. Okay, we're way behind. Quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. Today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And today is a Fox 35 Weather Impact Day for the potential of scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, some of which could produce some very heavy downpours and maybe even an isolated waterspout or two near the coast. Most of these showers and storms will be taking place closer to the East Coast in the I-95 corridor and points south of Orlando. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833 Sell FLA, or visit tworld.com.
2 guys, 5 rings. Yes. One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You gotta get your head in the game, as Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well,
no association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 guys, 5 rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 guys, 5 rings, and start listening.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. There are a lot of reasons to vote yes on Amendment 3, but let me give you one more good one. Today, too many adults are sitting in our jails simply because they were using marijuana, and that is just wrong. If I was your governor, I would free or parole every person in jail for possession, and then expunge everyone's record. Amendment 3 will put a stop to this and let the cops fight real crime, not fake crime. I'm tired of people being thrown in jail for something that is less harmful than alcohol or opioids. So now let's finish what I started and join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
There are choices that can change your life.
Like the choice to start routine colorectal cancer screening at age 45.
It's one of the most common cancers for women and men, and it doesn't always have symptoms.
But there's good news. Routine screening can catch colorectal cancer early and even prevent it.
And there's even better news. You have screening options.
Make the choice to put your health first. Talk to your doctor about your screening options or visit cdc.gov/screenforlife for more information.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the Urolift system. The Urolift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the UroLift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the UroLift system.
Feel the Del Air difference. Let Del Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit delair.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Magnifique today. We don't even need to hear him. We just don't. Honestly, you guys let me down today. The dispatches need to be better tomorrow. I'll put up a prize tomorrow. All right? Prize up tomorrow for the best dispatch of the day. All right? You heard it here first. Prize tomorrow for the best dispatch of the day so we can improve the quality. All right? We will continue until morale improves and dispatches improve along with it. The stories, they all made the cut. We'll see what Biden does at this press conference tonight.
Yeah.
6:30-ish is going to be the live press conference. Could it go really good for him and he wins some people over? Could it go really bad and people are like, get the hell out of here? Either way, interesting to watch. So we'll do just that a little later on today. Right now, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, July 11th, 2024. Today I learned this video game.
Tetris.
Tetris is correct, indeed. Today I learned playing Tetris after a traumatic event can help reduce PTSD symptoms. I guess that's just like having something you could focus on, having something that can like distract you.
I feel like if I'm losing really bad, that'll stress me
Makes
out.
it worse. Yeah. They tried this out in a control group and a therapy group, and they found out that people who were playing Tetris got something out of it, and they enjoyed.
Imagine being in a military hospital during a war and just handing out Game Boys. And this is going to help, guys.
All right, everybody good? Don't worry about the shell shock. You're all good. Everybody's got a Game Boy. Taylor, in 1922, there was something called the Straw Hat Riot in New York. It lasted 8 days. In it, teenagers were taking straw hats off random men and stomping them because of an unwritten rule that straw hats should not be worn after September 15th. I'll have you know that is gone the way of the dinosaur. You can wear all the straw hats you want.
I think we should bring it back.
Wherever you want. The straw hat law never applies anymore. Today, I learned the CEO of Ford is a man named Jim Farley. Jim Farley is the cousin of Chris Farley, believe it or not. And he's been working for the company for quite some time.
Surprised you didn't go with very famous comedian Kevin Farley.
He's selling vans down by the river, not living in them otherwise.
Small man, big coat?
Here we go. Today I learned this guy right here. Country star. Got caught on a doorbell camera dropping the N-bomb.
Morgan
Wallen is correct. He's with Post Malone on this one. This is super popular right now. Country star Morgan Wallen became famous on the NBC show The Voice. I had no idea he was on there. He was part of Usher's team. And
somebody's famous from that show.
Was a big star. He then went on to be on Adam Levine's team and then went on to be a big country star like he is now. Thank you so much for hanging out with you. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.